ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather around. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on. I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Facce is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Facce.
Well, Dr. Facce. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look. They created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Facce, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. Like I said, that everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Facce, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Facce. And then of course Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me, just saying. Hammerlin Jamison's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi, look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo! Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, Pee Pee Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the Bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those.
Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping?
Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Mark says, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci.
The Mona Lisa? When I got that freaking red, like murdering a family?
That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling?
Got it.
Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin.
Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity.
I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Doing the fifth and taking all that work?
And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. Mark and M's the man now, but what I paved the way is the Marktorious B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one.
Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln.
You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della'd.
That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. In there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about BeatSeat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it. And this is a little demo I made. Welcome to BeatSeat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you could play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
stars glowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Picture tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Friday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down
And
the road to
it's Renaissance Man.
another way.
I'm here
My mind
to
and all my
ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1,117 in a row of the Renaissance Man show. We're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I do have some news stories for you again tonight. We're going to be doing that every night, so if you do want to catch the news, there's only one place to get it done, right here on the Renaissance Man show. I think that Hammerlin Jamison needs to come back because he's really our news guy. You know, he's like our news master. Without Hammer Jammer, we're kind of in the dark here, you know? I mean, I've been doing my best. I'm doing my best trying to read the news for Hammer Jammer. You know, he's on a little bit of a sabbatical. Can't stop drinking that Jamison, you know? So, I don't know. Perhaps tonight we can get old Hammer Jam back? Huh? Hammer Jammer, Bammer, Whammer? I just need a little bit of tape. That's it. And if we have it, we can do it. We'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. I'm not sure I have what it takes. Hammer Jam's a specific, you know, character that you have to be in the right mood to do a Hammer Jammer situation. And bottom line is you also have to be able to not fall asleep on camera. It's a Joe Biden situation. I don't think I have what I need. Wait, he's cutting it. It's working today, Johnny. It's working today, Johnny. We're doing it. When you do a special situation where you rip the friggin' thing to make a Hammer Jammer occur, the world takes note. You know? I'm just saying. Sometimes they do. When you do a Hammer Jammer. Where is it? Come on. Come on. I usually get Hammer Jam set up prior. But this is an in-the-moment show. Sometimes we do things in the fly, on the fly. Like now. So we're going to leave Ham Jam, thank you ma'am, over there, because when we get to it, we're going to do it. So guys, it's Friday evening, day 1,117 in a row. We're going to do something. We're going to write some music. We're going to get into some comedy. We're going to talk about the news. And we're just going to kind of reflect on life for a little while this Friday. How's everybody doing, first of all? You know, our 2022 has been kicking off, right? And we're dealing still with the same global hysteria we've had since, I guess you would say, December of 2019. What I can't understand is how hard they started it, and then they kind of done this quasi, like, just push a weird message, but then none of the other stuff they forced on us the first year. So it's just a little bit weird to be living today, I'd say. Oh, Zabrosk, we need this before we lose our freedom. Zabrosk, can we get it? A woohoo! Woohoo! You know, it's times like that, Zabrosk, that I listen to the actual essence of the woohoo. And it takes me to a new level. You know, we're doing it. Oh, guys, I've been dropping shorts like a madman. Okay, you haven't been seeing lots of long clips from me because usually what I do every night is a 30-minute clip. But I've been doing a lot of short clips because I think people, first of all, as we know, they don't have the longest attention span. And if we're trying to get people to see a little shining moment on the show in order to subscribe and come back for more, that's kind of what we've been working with lately. And I saw Trish yesterday said she really enjoys the little shorts that I've been dropping. I'm dropping them over on TikTok as well. TikTok doesn't seem to let anybody see them. I put up a couple of really funny Trump raps earlier today, and it's still struggling to be seen. Anything I noticed that has either Trump or Dr. Weasel Fauci in it, they don't really like to push out there over on TikTok. But I see other people put stuff out about those two people, and they get a lot of views. So I can't figure out. It's just I think TikTok doesn't like my platform. I'm thinking about changing my name or just coming in from a whole different angle. Not using my phone number because you have everything's logged in through your phone number. So I got a bunch of different channels on TikTok, but they're all logged in through my phone number. And if they want to choose to block me and not allow me to be seen, they just do that across all my phone number accounts. So I realize I need to come in another way. Either come in with my Google phone, the 203-741 phone number, or I think I got to do that. I'm going to use that phone number. And that'll allow me to bypass their screening. They won't know it's me. I'm going to come in as Derek Fillenstein. When Derek Fillenstein showed up on TikTok to do it, and he's dropping all kinds of crazy Trumper clips, like, oh my goodness, this is so funny. Like, yeah, it's been here for 3 years, you friggin' jerks. Oh, but you had a TikTok situation. I had a nice conversation today with another agent, and he was telling me, he's like, you have to remember that these, everybody wants to talk about First Amendment rights, but these companies are all private companies. They can do what they want. They can suppress what they want. So yeah, but the reality is then we should be holding pitchforks for those companies, because at the end of the day, when I was a kid, I can choose to change channels if I wanted to. But when you only give me 5 channels and that's all you force on me, and I can't look at the other channels because there's no access to them, you have to go and hire a black box. Remember those old boxes you had to buy? Oh, I got a box. I went down and got a box from a guy, paid $250 for the box. $250? Yeah, but you get HBO. You get the nudie channel, and everybody's all up in arms about, oh, these people have these hot boxes, they have all the channels. Ooh, it's illegal. They don't want you to see things, so they force one message on you. And if you question the message, you are considered a domestic terrorist. Like, it's the craziest world where they can form a new, I guess you would say, division or task force in order to go after everyday Americans who just don't like the way the country's being run. I mean, that is the most insane. I don't know. I just question if Donald Trump had started this same type of task force under his rule, that he was going to have everyday Americans be looked into because they were questioning his authority. That's what's going on right now. If you question the President Sleep Sofa's authority before he takes a nap every day, you may have the FBI knocking on your door. What? It's crazy. Like, why are we living in a world that way? People should be able to express their opinions if they're not happy with the way the administration's running things, which who the hell could be happy with the way the administration's running things? Is there anybody out there? I keep seeing every day this one guy comes on here, go get your bugaboo. Bugaboos work. Go get your booster too. Your bugabooster too. And he's like, debate me. And he's such a shill for TikTok and for the left. Like, I know they have paid people out there telling you to go get in line, but this thing does not stop anything. So why the hell would you go and get it now? Oh, okay, go get it because you're not going to get as sick. The entire time they said if you get it, you won't get sick. You won't even get it at all. And like, you won't even get it if you go get the bugaboo. And now everything changes in a day. The people who were saying this for a year were ridiculed and silenced. And now all of a sudden it's just, it's the norm. Oh yeah, guys, what are you talking about? Everybody's going to get it. We always knew everyone was going to get it. What? No. The whole time, the whole freaking push was you won't get it if you go get it. Ugh. The lies compound on top of lies. And the worst part about it is that when you question it, you are suppressed. You are pulled off a platform. And I just want to ask these freaking terrorists, the real terrorists are the ones that are pulling off free speech and in the name of corporate privacy. Oh, I'm pulling down what I consider to be against my regulations here at my company. No, it's because you're a communist. It's not even that our country is communist. It's all of these tech companies are people who are literal communists. They want to be communists. So everything they do is to push this communist agenda where they run everything. They run all the data. If you say anything against them at all, you're banned. You're pulled for 30 days. You can't speak. You can't post. You can't go and email. You can't be a part of the platform because you said something contrary to their message. This is exactly what happens when there's a takeover. You guys just sit by and let this happen? I've been here for 1,117 days in a row trying to fight this. They suppressed me the whole freaking way. I got 4 people here on TikTok. You never knew I was here for 1,117 days in a row, did you? For 2+ hours every day trying to connect with a world that is literally withering and dying in front of me. I don't know what else to do except show up again tomorrow for day 1,118. Live in the moment, create something, and hope that another person shows up to effect a positive change in their life. Give me a follow if you can. I'm here every day forever. There's sad times when expression is met with fear and suppression. The reality is this: we are coming close to an end of everything. And right now, messages like my messages, the ones that are trying to save you from all the lies of this world, when someone just comes out and says, hey, let's stop it all and live in the moment. Let's connect again. Let's love. Let's stop dividing and hating. That is not what's real. They keep pushing that message, hoping that you'll grab on, that you'll take the bait. Don't take the bait. Let's just push it all away. Let's step back and realize that we have this one moment here and they're trying to execute it from us. They do not want us to even breathe and enjoy it. This entirety is about living in fear. When you live in fear, you open yourself up to the negativity of the world, everything out there. And all I know is you cannot change anything no matter your circumstance. You may be able to wear a mask. You may be able to go get a bugaboo and something changes. But no matter what, your time is set in stone. Go live your life. If you're a guy sitting in your basement the rest of your life and you still get CV because you open a newspaper one day that somebody else touched, you can't live your life that way. This life is way too short for you to live in fear. Stop the fear. Step away from it. Live in this moment with me. It's just so much better than thinking about everything bad that could happen. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. You could just, something else could go wrong, guys. We're human. I want to live every moment to the fullest. I don't want to look back with regret and say, why did I spend all that time in my basement all alone, afraid? I'm careful when I go out. I am. But I'm not going to stop going out. I'm not going to stop doing the things I like to do. I'm not going to stop seeing the people I like to see. And at the end of the day, I hope you do the same thing. I just want this world to get back to the normal that needs to be normal. There is no getting back to the normal that we had. They never wanted that to be a thing. This is a matter of a new normal. The reality is we have the power, not them. They want to continue to try to push us around and bully us around. And the thing is, we are just a society of weak people thinking that they're in charge, when reality is we are the people. We the people, not them. When Sleep Sofa comes out and says, the government are the people. No, they're not. The government are not the people. The government are against the people. There is never, ever an agenda that's for the people. These people are scumbags. All of them across the board. Why is there no term limit? Because they're freaking scumbags. They line their pockets. Why is Nancy Pelosi worth $180 million? Yeah, I thought it interesting that everybody wanted to look at a billionaire's tax records. He was a billionaire before he got into office. Oh, he won't show us his billionaire tax records. He freaking made his money before he didn't get paid to be president. Well, I want to see Nancy Pelosi's records. $180 million? What are we talking about? It just scares me that nobody else wants to look at these political figureheads that are trading. Listen, there are websites now you can go and watch every trade she makes. I would do that. If you're going to throw money into the stock market, go and follow Nancy Pelosi's trades and you put your money in. I guarantee you're going to make a killing. She has her finger on the pulse of whatever is going on in the stock market because she is working all the deals in the back end for herself. Not even her, it's all of them. They all do it. It's illegal and they all do it. And you know what? I'm just saying, what is this whole, for me, but not for thee? And like, it doesn't make sense. It's either universal or it's not. You can't say one thing is okay, but it's not free. Like, do you guys know that when Donald Trump was president, the Democrats used the filibuster, I think it was 314 times to stop legislation. 314 times. Now, all of a sudden, it's the most evil thing in the world that the Republicans are using it against this one thing. They used it 314 times. He was in office how long? 1,200 days? Every 4 days, they used a filibuster against Donald Trump. But the Republicans are so evil. Everything is hypocrite. It's just like I can't stand the hypocrisy. And same thing on the Republican side. I don't want to hear freaking crap. If you're going to do something, I don't want to hear you complaining about the Democrats doing the same thing. It's either you're working on the same playing field or both of you shut your friggin' holes. In fact, I think you should all shut your holes anyway. We don't want to hear about it anymore. Everything out of their mouths is about this friggin' CV thing. It's about them, giving our money out to different countries. Excuse me. We pay taxes we shouldn't be paying. There's nothing in the tax code that says we, as American citizens that go and work day and day in our normal jobs, not for the government, for normal jobs, we do not need to pay taxes. And they force us to or they throw us in freaking jail. It's illegal that they do it. But guess what? If we don't do it, they put us in jail. We don't have the money and the backing enough to fight it. But it's illegal that they do it. Look up Jekyll Island. Look at what happened with J.P. Morgan with the Federal Reserve. You guys know the Federal Reserve is not anything owned by the United States of America. They chose that name because it sounded like it was very American. It's owned by private banks, always was. This is a problem. You know how much interest they charge the American government when they give them trillions of dollars for all of our infrastructure that's trying to go on right now? We can never pay this back. They set it up so we will always be working. We will always be working and always be paying more than we ever should out of our hard-earned dollars to the government that foolishly spends it by giving $1 trillion to Bangladesh. What the frig? Why do we not have any say where our money goes? They keep saying, oh, well, we're doing this infrastructure thing and we're giving money to all these nations. No. We're giving money to all these nations and we don't even get no thanks for it. I didn't get anything in the mail. Thank you, Mark, for working your friggin' butt off for the last 358 days last year, sending us that ridiculously big check so we could send it to Bangladesh. Where's my freaking thank you? I'm sick of it. These people have no right to be running this country. They're destroying our country. But if you say anything, this will probably be blocked tonight on TikTok. What did I say wrong, guys? Oh, you were too passionate online, Mark. You can't be too passionate online. Why didn't I start my stream in the late 90s? When people could deal with a long-form show where someone's expressing themselves. Howard Stern would be skewered today. Now, he's one of our stories I want to get into. Someone speaking their mind today? Ooh-wee. You just defended me. What the Go jump off a freaking bridge. I'm sick of it. The sensitivity of the world. Ooh. I got kids that are growing up in this insane world, this global hysteria, and they are forced to wear a mask every day, all day long in school when they are the least risk out there. They have kids, almost all of the kids in their school, stuck some friggin' thing in their shoulder. They're kids. What happens in 10 years? Oh, it's safe and effective. You friggin' jerk. You know nothing. You keep lying to us and changing every 3 weeks. Oh, well, we didn't know. Well, don't freaking say the same thing. I've been telling everybody for 2 years. In 6 years when X, Y, or Z happens, and all they say is, oh, well, it was an emergency use situation, and you guys didn't have to do it. You did it. It was an emergency use. You know, we all did what we could to get through the plapapoo. Yeah, we know what you freaking did. You set us up to fail no matter what. And now I don't know what happens in the long run for children who need to develop still. Oh, well, we give them the one for measles, mumps, and we give them the one for, yeah, that one actually, those stop the things you're talking about. Those stop the things you're talking about. You don't still get the thing when you take those. So stop using that as an example because it's stupid. I think when people start using those as an example, oh, well, polio, if people didn't take the polio. Okay, you know how stupid you sound because the polio vaxaroo stopped polio. Oh, but you don't get really sick from the polio when you get it. You still get polio. You just don't get really sick from polio. Pfft. Can you believe this baloney? What are we talking about here? I know, Zaprosk, I'm sorry, I didn't give you freaking woo-hoo again. Give me another woo-hoo after this. This is insane, right? Oh, my goodness, guys. I mean, what world? Oh, that's right, Twilight Zone. I swear we're asleep. This is a dream. Nightmare. We're all in the middle of this global nightmare. Where, I mean, this message needs to be freaking heard. How easily we're pushed around. If you could just stop for a second and think back to how many times they changed the story. It's just going to be 2 weeks to stop the curve. Oh, we're just going to shut down, the economy for a little while. Don't worry about it. Your jobs will be okay. Hey, guys. It looks like we're going to be able to get back to things, but you got to get one of these bugaboos. We're thinking you're going to need 1, maybe 2, like bugaboos in order to get this thing right. You're going to be like, ready to roll. Like you're going to be cured. Like it's done. Like we're going to get back. We're going to put an end to this Plandemaroo. Like we're going to eradicate it with this thing when you do a double decker. Oh, by the way, guys, I think we're going to need a third. I think we're going to need a third bugga booster. But when you do that, your antibodies, those antibodies are ready to go like uppercut, like Mike Tyson situation. Because you did an antibody, you know what I mean? So like I'm aiming for the third, but we still haven't said like fully bugabooed is third. We're still saying like 2, and maybe you need it if some people will need it, but more advanced cases will. But like we're still just we're going to still the bugaboo over the double 2. You know what I mean? But like if you get it, you're not going to get it. That is still the message to about 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, oh, it looks like you're gonna get. You just won't get really sick. Like we never said that you wouldn't get it if you got bugaboo. We never said you wouldn't get Severu. Like we never said that. Like that wasn't said. Like that's a lie. And like even if you play back footage of me saying it, that's still not true. I didn't do it. That must have been some sort of like videography situation that you did. Did you call in George Lucas? I know he shoots on 2. And they start going with that narrative. This is what happens when you're living in a world of fear. By men and guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm dealing with it though, I'm dealing with it. Sad times. It's more, I'm more sad for my children because I don't understand why there's so many insane people in the world. And there were always insane people when I was young, you know, but not like now. Not like now. No, the insanity's at a whole new level. And it could be because everybody's got a device and everybody has a show and everybody's online. Ooh, look, I went and I took a poop. Look, guys, look at, like, people are doing the weirdest things now. I'm brushing my teeth. Look, it's my teeth are brighter now. 1,750,000 views. That's a good one. I saw a great clip today. There was a guy on TikTok, and I followed him immediately because I liked what he did. And he's just basically, he's like, his concept, he's like, I'm teaching people how to make $10,000 in a month. And he's like, I'll get 350 views, right? He's like, but then cat that goes and poops off the balcony or whatever gets 50 million views, you know? And like, lady sitting with cat, 7.5 million views. And he's just shaking his head. And he's like, I'm trying to help people make money. And nothing. Someone sitting with a cat, 7 million. And his point was the algorithm, whatever you want to call it, they really don't show good content. They show a lot of crap to people and it starts to blow up. And I'm thinking, like, in the last week on TikTok have put on every single thing should go viral. Every single piece. And whoever's on TikTok right now, prove me wrong. Go watch all of the 5 or 6 things I dropped in the last 5 to 6 days. No, there's like 10 I dropped in the last 3-4 days. Go check them out. Everything I put on TikTok, I think should go viral. None of them go viral. No one sees any of it. 20, 30 views. It's insane. They don't let anything get viewed enough to go out and be seen by FYP or anything like that. But Donald Trump rapping, Rapper's Delight. Are you kidding me? It's hilarious stuff. Who the hell else thought of that? I mean, we've got a lot of face swap stuff. We've got music. We've got different comedy impressions. Maury Povich. I did a bunch of Maury Povich bits the last couple of days. Like, at the end of the day, we consistently come out with something new, and that's the idea of this show. There is nothing the same because every day there is no script. We show up and we make something happen. I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I came on early, which is great. I have plans. I got an early day tomorrow. I'm a real estate agent. And sometimes my Saturdays get going earlier than I like, but when my clients want to go out, I go out. At the end of the day, this has been 1,118 days, 17 days in a row of live moment taking place, I guess. And I'm not sure if I'm going to play some music right now or get into some comedy. I'm sitting on this chair here. I think what I got to do is get into the news first. We have a couple people here on TikTok. If you want, head over to the link above my link tree. We're over on YouTube. This is where the family should be joining on a daily. Again, over 1,100 days in a row for 2+ hours every day. This is the longest running long-form variety show on planet Earth. And if you haven't followed me yet, you're not following the longest running long-form variety show on the planet. What are we doing? You come down, Renaissance Man Joe, you're not going to give a follow? It's crazy. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, they're still trying to figure out if they like the show. We're doing it. Guys, live positivity, live comedy, and live songwriting. Nothing better than live songwriting, to be honest. That's my thing. But let's get to the news. I do have a special surprise. I'm not sure if my friend Phil Hall has a chance to pop in tonight, but I am doing a little special Phil Hall segment this evening here on the Renaissance Man Show. And I thought what we would do is a little Hammer Jam exclusive for Phil. Let's see if we could do it. Let's see. Hammer Jammer! Hi, guys. That handsome devil. Joanne, can you give me my Jamison? I have it in the cooler. I put an extra snifter in there for this tonight's broadcast. We're doing a full hell special. No, not a full of Phil. Phil Hall. A Phil Hall special on this Hammer Jam. Yeah, no, just drink it. I'll bring it in and drink it later. Hammer Jammer Bammer Whammer. That's Hammerlin Jamison. And that's
Hammer Time! That's right, Rick, I'm here every single night on the Real Talk program to rip the lid off the fake news. That's right, it's Hammer Time. A little ham jam fake you. That's right, people. Look, check me out every single night on Hammer Time. That's right, it's Hammerlin Jamison. I'm here to drop the hammer and rip the lid off the fake news. It's been a little while since old Hammer Jam graced you with his presence. But tonight we got some stories for you. I got a story. We're going to get into it. I got to go to the other screen, I think. I didn't put it in there properly. Sometimes Hammer forgets to bring the stories over to the right segment area on the screen, and my assistant is getting me a Jamison. When you're drinking Jamison for a living, and you're part of the new contest, who can drink most Jamison in a day without dying? Jamison is the family crest. So I've been drinking it since I'm 8 years old. My great-grandpappy, he said, Hammer, jammer, bammer, whammer. Come sit over here and have a little ham jam. Thank you, Jamison. I drank the Jamison as a 7, 8-year-old. I was passed out, blacked out, drunk. First timer. I was the first time caller. First time long timer. Hammer Jam. Tonight on the news. Let's get into it. Look, Hammer Jam has been telling the news since the late 80s. I was fired in 92, NBC News, partially because I fell asleep on camera, right in the middle of broadcast, yeah. No, I had Stan Smithers, he's doing the news, doing the sports segment. He goes, oh, yeah, no, the Reds did great today, and then the Phillies and the friggin' Cubbies were doing all right there. We had Mike Schmidt came into town with the Phillies, and they're dealing it against Ryan Sandberg. And I heard a couple there like, Ryan? And he goes, no, Ron. It's Ron Sandberg. And he goes, back to you, Hammer Jammer. I was out like a lead. I was sleeping on my codfish. I didn't know I had fallen asleep already. They said, oh, Hammer, we brought you a fresh, boiling hot codfish. When I came up, I had a friggin' Freddy Krueger situation going on. I went to the doctor and I had some skin grafting done. I look better now. Hammer Jam lost his job that evening, but I'm back, better than ever, here on Renaissance Man Show. We have a sad story this evening. We're gonna get into it. Hammer, jammer, bammer, whammer. Uh-oh. I have to create a free account to keep reading. Phil Hall! Phil Hall, you gotta give me the stories! You can't not give me the stories, Phil Hall, because now I can't read them. It's saying I need to have a free... I'm on a friggin' OBS. There's no way to log in from an OBS situation. I'm gonna have to have Phil send me the actual story, the bylines. Meatloaf, bad out of hell, and Rocky Horror icon dies at 74 years old. Sad days for the meatloaf. You gotta have some special sauce on the top of the meatloaf. And old Hammer, I paid respect to Meatloaf. He was the guy with the big boobs in the Fight Club. He did a great job. What? No, I didn't fall asleep. Shut up, Joanne. I'm doing the show. Ham Jam, thank you, ma'am. That was the Eat Loaf. He died tonight, and it is in a story of the Rocky Horror film. I can't read these stories anymore because of old Phil Hall is breaking me down. Louis Anderson, genial comedian and TV personality, dies at 68 years old. Guys, I can't do it. Can't do old Hammer Jam. I can't even get in over here and watch these stories live and read them to you. I had a great idea tonight. I was going to read all of Phil's stories for you, you know. But you can't when you're in there trying to dot, and you can't dot. Like, look, it's like, oh, click on this if you want to keep reading. I want to keep reading.
Why don't you let it happen? Oh, again. How about this one? This one I could do. We started talking about this earlier. Let's get into it very quickly. Fox News Tucker Carlson goes after coward Howard Stern over his CV-19 concerns. Tucker Carlson is picking a fight with Howard Stern. The Fox News host devoted a segment of Tucker Carlson tonight to going after the famed radio host on Thursday, claiming he's a coward for amplifying his fears about CV-19 on his Sirius XM show and attacking anybody else who has decided to live free as a free person. Stern has repeatedly slammed those who refuse to get vaccinated against CV-19 in September, calling for vaxaroos to be mandatory so he can get out of the house already, adding F their freedom. That was one comment Carlson took issue with, mocking Stern for hiding in his basement like Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. That part's not in there. The Fox News host also criticized Stern for saying Aaron Rodgers should be kicked out of the NFL after he didn't get vaxarooed, but implied he did. Also playing a clip of Stern raising concerns over Oprah Winfrey holding dinner parties amid the Plandamaroo. Most recently, Stern made headlines this week for saying that those who aren't vaxxarooed should be denied care at hospitals. Another comment Carlson highlighted. He's declined into this kind of quivering mass of a neurosis and hatred, Carlson claimed, going on to insist he's not attacking Stern, despite calling him a craven tool of the powerful. Carlson then brought on a guest, comedian Jimmy Dory, who asked if anybody cares about Stern anymore. As a cry-on of the screen dubbed him Coward Stern, Stern presumably will not hold back with a response to Carlson on his show in the days ahead. So we got that one story in there. You know, I just have to say one thing about you, Howard. I've always been a fan of your expression and what you have done to create what you created. But at the end of the day, when you're not using that brain that you were so well known for and you're spouting off the same propaganda as everybody else, it just pisses me off to see. Like currently, we are in a situation where whether you have a bugaboo or you don't, you're getting it and spreading it. So for you to go out there and say that anybody is different, you're just a freaking, like, I guess you would call, that's like discrimination, no matter how you look at it. Discriminating about it against anybody for them doing something that you don't want them to do, or the thing you want them to do, they won't do. That's discrimination. The rules don't change just because of CV. Oh, he could discriminate against anybody who doesn't do the thing that he thinks is right. Why does he think it's right? Do you know how many times he said, oh, we got to get through this and get back to normal? You don't get back to normal, buddy. The whole world could get bugabooed. Check out Antarctica, you friggin' big giraffe. You ever seen what's going on in Antarctica right now? 33 people go there to test for Belgium. They're there for a Belgian study, okay? This is ridiculous. They test, we covered this story last week. They test 5 times, something like that, before they get to Antarctica. Nobody has it. They test 5 days after everybody got there without it, and 2 people have it. Then 13 people have it. They were all bugabooed, guys. So don't tell me that if we all get it, then we're all good. This thing's going to be around forever. They've been saying that for a very long time, which is why I won't get the things they force on you until they get it right. I've always said, look, I'll get something if it's proven to stop something. Don't talk to me about polio. Don't talk to me about any of the things that actually stop those diseases and viruses. Oh, well, if people didn't take the polio bugaboo, well, the polio bugaboo stopped polio, chooch. What the hell am I talking about over here? Oh, my goodness. So at the end of the day, when I say here on TikTok and when I say here on YouTube, how's the fear mongering going? This is what it is. They literally have meetings before every broadcast saying, how can we scare them today? What else can we say? And you know what else you know what they come up with every day? The same freaking thing, because they got nothing new. They can't. Oh, there's an underwater volcano. Did you look at the footage of that, by the way? Did you look at the footage of the actual volcano, underwater volcano? There's something flying in right before. Look at the satellite image. There's an actual really great video of that. There's like a missile flying in, and then there's so much going on right in front of our eyes. And Anna knows exactly what's going on. We can't bow down to it, but we also can't sit idly by and assume that somebody else is going to do the work to fight it. I'm trying my best, but I need your help. I got this microphone, but they keep shutting it down. Nobody hears any of the words I'm saying. Nobody sees any of the stuff we create in order to distract them from this negativity. I realize it. I'm like, you know why maybe these things don't go viral? I'm doing things that are distractions. Donald Trump's impressions, Christopher Walken impressions, Maury Povich impressions. We've created all these characters on the show because they're distractions from the negativity of this world. But the stuff that goes viral is the news, the viral negativity of the world. Oh, Trump said this. Biden did this. Did you hear about that guy who was in the streets and said this racist thing? It's all negative stuff. They will not amplify a positive message. And I refuse to go negative and post negativity. So I'm not going to have clips where I'm ripping someone down. The one time I did that, I found a clip of Dr. Weasel Fauch, and he's talking about NZT, and he's like, oh, this is going to be a game changer, and we've seen that it's effective, safe and effective. He said the word safe and effective. And I'm like, that stuff killed a lot of people. And I don't want to hear when people say words like that, and I get fact-checked when I say this. I say, you can't say safe and effective until you let, 10 years go by, until you know that, it's safe and effective, you know? And so, I have a hard time when I hear words being used, because words matter. Words matter. These people that are in office want to pretend words don't matter. Oh, I didn't mean, no, your words matter. When you say, if you get it, you're not going to get CV9. If you get these bugaboos, you're not going to get CV9 anymore. That's what the president, literally, mouthpiece over and over saying that every time you go on. You got to go out. Look, there's a hurricane coming into town. The best thing to do when there's a hurricane coming to town is get bugabooed. What the... Look, my Aunt Judy told me that there's a hurricane. It's a category 3. Make sure you get your bugaboo. Well, look, there's cheeseburgers being offered. We're giving you a lottery ticket. What do you get? Like an extra bugaboo if you win? Oh, I won the lottery. Oh, yeah. Oh, no thanks. I'm good on that one. I'm over here doing it. And look, I keep seeing all this data, and then again, I have to laugh. Today I saw some CNN thing, and I'm like, let me just pop it on to see how angry it makes me. And I just hear them again pushing the same narrative. They had this Dr. Lena Wen on. Oh my goodness, she's the most annoying person in the world. Well, we have to make a decision for this pandemic, and if we don't do it, we're going to have a problem. And she talks like she's brilliant, but she's an a-hole, and everything she says is fear, and about how getting mandates, and children need to get it. Every child needs this, and they need boosters as well. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? My children, all children, 99.997% safe. Don't freaking tell me they need to put some experimental thing in their body. It's not even a bugaboo. It's freaking gene therapy. I don't know what words I can say, but it has to do with genes. It has nothing to do with the same things that we use to eradicate things in the past. There was never an intention to eradicate this. This is intended to go until 2025. Early on, I saw documents for that from the World Bank. Test kits were purchased by every country in 2017. Guys, in 2017, they bought test kits for CV19. That was what the order was for. It was called CV19. The full word. The patent for the actual Fluhan, I call it the Fluhan, was from 2018. They had this thing developed in 2018. It was released specifically right after they couldn't get Donald J. Trump out. Look, I'm winning bigly. You can't impeach a Trumper. As soon as that second impeachment didn't work out, didn't you see what happened? It's kind of crazy that a day later, 2 days later, I think it was, oh, there's a surprise release of this thing. There wasn't a release at first, but Chadna released it. Chadda. Let me ask you a question. This is just again, we shouldn't be punished for asking questions in 2022. This is a simple question. If you were, forget about the name of the country, but if you were a country and you were the country responsible for this release, okay? And by responsible, I mean, say for example, you knew that it was out there and you stopped people from traveling within your country, but you allowed people to leave your country knowing this was leaving your country and going to other countries, okay? Forget about the name of the country that did this, but there's a country that did this, okay? They got it. They see this thing. They're like, hey, guys, you can't travel in our country anymore. Oh, but you want to go to America? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you want to go to Italy? Yeah, go ahead. They're good with that. This same country then uploads a week later the strain of the friggin' thing that they let leave their country, the strain of it, they upload it to their public servers for every country in the world to download and then create a bugaboo based on the strain that the country that released it in the first place provided. Did you get that? Hashtag facts. It's insane to me that I'm living in the Twilight Zone and they'll continue to bash anybody who says what I just said. They bash. Oh, well, we trust China. You freaking trust President Xi-hole? Woo! You guys know he's a Xi-hole, right? There's a reason why his name is President Xi-hole. Because he's a freaking Xi-hole, you know? Everything about the guy is disgusting. And he murders people, genocide. Oh, let's trust him with that sequence. Now what happens? The entire 2-year process that I'm here belting at the top of my lungs. Guys, be skeptical. This has been talked about for 50, 60 years. The Bilderbergs. Jesse Ventura had scenes about this in 2009. The lady was like, I'm leaving this friggin' country. She said, you're going to be, it won't be tomorrow. Maybe next week, but within the next couple of years, in the very near future, you're going to be forced with compulsory bugaboo. Bugabation. I don't even know how you say this, but bugabination, where you're going to have to get bugabooed, but they're going to do it compulsory. We're going to feel like voluntary, like, oh, I'm doing it for mankind. And he's like, really? Why? And he's like, to reduce the freaking amount of souls on this planet. I heard a pretty interesting theory, and it wasn't even a theory. This blew my mind. This was something on TikTok, and again, take it with a grain of salt because it's TikTok, but it was like a possessed lady. And this guy who works with possessed people, he's asking this possessed demon questions. And the demon was saying that this is the devil's plan, this entire thing. And essentially the people that have taken this again, this is just the theory or whatever I heard, but the people that are taking this, they're opening themselves up by doing that. They've allowed the fear to open up a doorway to allow demons back into this world, and that Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is coming soon. And the reason that this is going on is they're trying to extinguish as many people as possible so the fight is easier. And if you think about that, that makes a lot of sense. If you go from 7.7 to 2, 1.5 billion people, 2 billion people, and these people are now considered almost part of their side because they did, they took, I guess you'd call it the mark. I don't know. It's a crazy thing that's going on right now. But the spirit or this demon kept saying that this is going on because Jesus is coming soon. And the guy's like, when? And the demon can answer. He goes, no one knows when he's coming, but it's soon, right? And she's like, yes, that's coming soon. And there's like, he's coming soon. And it was crazy. It was really, really creepy. But the reality is, I've always had this thought where his name wasn't Jesus, his name was Yeshua, and would he ever know if someone was calling him by his name Jesus, would people even know what that is, I don't know. I always thought that I think that you would want to be saying Yeshua, but I do believe there's another thing that we talk about here on this show. The Creator is you. the messages were muffled. They weren't transcribed correctly. What Jesus was trying to say in his time is the same thing we say here, which is that the Spirit of the Lord is within you. It's not in a building. You don't connect with God in a building. You connect with God within yourself, because God is you, in you. You are a part of this entirety, this energy complex universe around us. You are a piece of it. You are a piece of God. We all are a piece of God. That's why nobody's better than anybody else. We're all special in our own way. You have something amazing to offer this planet. When you find it, people are going to freak out, because it's something they haven't seen before. When two or more are gathered in my name, I am there among them. I wonder, again, if you take that same philosophy that it's not about a specific person, it's about the spirit of the universe and the spirit of us, like that we are all connected. And when two of the connected come together and connect, I am there among them. Two become one. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Like this entirety, it makes me even believe that I could be in this platform alone right now with one person, and with the two of us being together, we could become the spirit of the universe, the love and the energy and the sharing that's needed. Because it's definitely not in a building. I used to go to a church all the time. I used to go every week. I was extremely religious. I still believe that there is something that created us, and I do believe that the message of Jesus is amazing if you allow his message to be and you don't smother it with all the other human tendencies of control. If we go to his original message of love and sharing and treating people with, not with condemnation, but with an open heart, and allowing yourself to see the fruitfulness of forgiveness. It's so much more giving to your soul. Something else this spirit or this demon said is that the way that these doors open for demons to find their way into us is hate, and anger, hate, fear, all these things that have been forced on us the last 2 years. The intention is to bring, a demon, an evil spirit back before, the spirit of this universe comes to bring the wrath down on everybody. It does almost feel like every single thing in life has been leading up to this final battle. Like we hear about stuff, Alexander the Great, we hear about Rome, we hear about the Merovingians, we hear about the explorers traveling the globe in ships. We hear about all these things, and we wind up being at a time in history. And we also hear that throughout time, people say, Jesus is coming back. He's coming tomorrow. We've heard it throughout time. And actually, we're here at a point in history where it actually seems plausible that something catastrophic may happen to us as a whole. And it's based on what has just been clear to me as a straight up takeover. Like everything we're seeing is a takeover, isn't it, guys? Like, why would anybody agree that this is normal? There's nobody out there that's got a sane mind that's like, yeah, this makes sense. It's like these people are pushing these buttons left and right, and we all are just like, okay, what, we're going this direction now? Oh, now we're going this direction? Like, what the? I came to something too. Yes, Xenostrophic knows. Absolutely, Anna knows too. But at the end of the day is when you can forgive, you can allow your spirit to live free. I heard Mike Tyson say something really, really powerful. Someone was saying, you know, when someone does me wrong, I cut them out of my life. And Mike Tyson goes, no, that's not the right way to do it. He's like, yeah, you can't do that. He's like, no, you can't do that because then they win. They're your master. And the guy's like, what? He's like, they do wrong to me. I cut them out of my life. I'm the one who loses. He's like, yeah, because they now rule you. He goes, the fact that they did that and you now did this, you changed. They changed you. Therefore, they're your master. He's like, you're better off forgiving so it doesn't bother you and it doesn't change you. And he's like, because then it doesn't rule you. It's like, wow, that's pretty powerful. And at the end of the day, it's very true. You don't want to be ruled by something else or somebody else, you know? Anyway, I do believe that the spirit of this universe, the other thing, guys, remember, they have this whole mission against potential extraterrestrial life. It would be completely insane and ignorant to believe we're all alone in this entirety. It's just not true. I believe that God could have a large enough spirit and heart in order to create multiple millions or trillions of different worlds with people like us on it. That I can think it would be a possibility, but and it may not even be people like us, creatures. You look at all the creatures on this planet with us currently, you know. So I could see that being a thing, but for some reason there's such a hard push against it being real within the church and all these different religions, and I don't get it. I truly believe that once man took over, i.e. popes and all these things along the way, like, you know, they shift the rules for control. So the message of peace, the message of the spirit of this universe is lost. The original messages are not exactly the way they were anymore. You have so many translations along the way. So an hour in of talking. How about that? And a 1 hour rant out of my mind. Sometimes we do a 1 hour rant. You're down it, you know. Guys, we dropped a bunch of different different little shorts. I'm doing a short situation. And we need to see if we can get them out there to people because they're funny. And like 30 seconds, 25 seconds, 43 seconds. I'm trying to keep them short and sweet for you, you know. But I need... Because they're funny.
What are we doing?
And... like
Hold
30
on,
seconds. All right. I need to pop something on so really quickly so I can grab a little refill of my drink. Hold on a minute. Should I put on a piece of music or a piece of comedy? I feel like we need a piece of music after all of that chatter. Let's get into something here. I'm going to play you something that amplifies our current state. And then I'll come right back. And we'll continue this madness. It's only 10:25. We usually start our show in 5 minutes. How about that? Okay, we're taking out something I haven't played in a while. That's what we did last night. Let's do it again. Parachute's a nice tune. You know what? I was going to put something crazy on, but if we... I got these raps here that we did, and I didn't do anything with them. I don't want to do anything with them. They're too crazy. Okay, let's play while we still have time. This is a very pretty song. Oops. Very pretty song. I wrote this, I guess it looks like it premiered on November 27th, 2020. We're talking about 2 years ago, fam, that I premiered this tune, and there's only 102 views in 2 years. Thank you, YouTube. And you tell me if this deserves more than 102 views and 39 likes. Ready? That's a good ratio, right? 1 out of 3 people give it a like. I don't know how that works. All right, check this out. Tell me if you like this. I haven't listened to this in a while.
Hurry to calls now for
This one's off my very first album of 2021.
You're very special, kid. I've been quested to take you back to the...
Thanksgiving night. It's Real Talk Day 697. Shows in a row. Shows, days in a row. We're going to create another song right now. I'm going to let my mind float out into the universe and find something, new verse, a new thought, a new vibe, a new way for us to climb the ladder up in life. 'Cause you know I won't take no for an answer, no, it's not my mission, no. I'm gonna find the light, I'm gonna bring it to the surface right here. Real talk every night, for every night I've got, you know I'll be here with you. And we're going to get through anything they throw at me and you. That's right, we're right here, together right now. You can run, you can hide, you can't live with that loss of pride, and you can't live if you can't face yourself in the mirror. So reach out, become everything you're meant to become, and I'll be here shining pure light at you. So if you feel down, if you need someone to lift you up, show up, I'll be here for you, for you. That's what I'm meant to do here. I'm sent here for this, I know it, and I know I'm going to show up until we make it so. And I know we're going to grow, no matter how much they try to keep me down, how much they try to keep this positivity down. We're going to sound the horns, yeah. We're gonna rise, we're gonna show them there's nothing like the light, nothing like the fight behind the love we've got. It's all we've got. We've got to go, we've got to fight, we've got to stand up together. While we've still got time. While we still got time. Can I say amen? Is that all right? Can I say amen? Is that acceptable? I can't explain. I just allow. And I just hope that we can share these messages and get people to understand that we still have time. And we can do it together. We have to do it together. And I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. No matter how hard they try to keep me down, I'm showing up tomorrow. But it's on you in order to help this show grow, because YouTube, they won't allow it to happen. They will not allow the message you just heard to be heard.
2 years ago.
They do not want what we're doing here to get out, because it will bring people together when they want us divided. And I refuse to take that as the answer. And that's why I started this on December 31st, 2018, and I've been here ever since. To 0 many days, still did 2 hours. The messages are there. They'll always be there.
Yep. 2
Strawberries plumper than that winter dad bod.
You know,
fresh
it baffles me that 2 years ago I was saying the same stuff I'm saying now. And 2 years ago we had basically the same amount of people on as we do now. Live, when we're live. It's kind of crazy. And that song only has 102 views in history. That message has only been listened to 102 times. I don't know how to get YouTube to share anything. That's a song that should have 100,000 views, not 102. Thank you, YouTube. Let's see. I'm going to play you another one here real quick. I was right in the middle of trying to eat something, and I'm like, oh, the song's coming to an end. Okay. We're going to play. We're going to play something here. How about we play Sonny Gets His Own Song? Should we play Sonny Gets His Own Song? Let's play Sonny Gets His Own Song. Let's see what it was. This is 80 views. Sonny only has 80 views for his song. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Look, people just don't like you, Sonny, because of those stupid fists. That's what it comes down to. Nobody wants to deal with a Sonny stupid fist. You know what I mean? Is my buddy Mark here? Wait a second. Is my buddy Mark in the house? Mark Eltholtz? There he is, my brother. All right, you know what? Because he's here, I got to play him his song. I was about to play you something else. Wait, let me see. I'll play this first, and then when I come back, we'll play Mark's song, which is Run Like an Antelope. Check this out, though. I don't even know what I just pulled.
Be simply your best with QVC. Find your best with Fit.
I got to play something fire. My buddy Mark's a music connoisseur. So let's play him something that he'll appreciate. Something that's some fire coming at him. I tell the story about how this came about when I did Run Like an Antelope. That was because of Mark. But I got one. I think Wolfie was here earlier, right? Man, we have so many ridiculous songs. Guys, Fighting Back at Sign of the Times. Oh, goodness. They shut you down. You Can't Get Away From You. I want to play that one. This song right here. Oh, come on, guys. World, where the frig are you? This song, You Can't Get Away From You. It's a funk tune, and it's got 86 views on the planet. My buddy Mark's going to change that. He's going to at least give me a like and a comment over on it when he hears how fire this is. That's a Sonny moment right there. Sonny! Let's get it. driver. Yeah, getting behind the wheel, going all night into the moonlight. Yeah, stars above, you don't mind. The roads are clear, you can see for miles driving. Yeah, when you're blazing through the night, and the sun is starting to rise in front of you. You're driving into the light. There's nothing like the neon glow is coming through you. You're driving like you're flying through. Getting the energy though, so you take it on. You throw it into the next gear. You're moving it quicker now. You got no fear, 'cause no one's out on the road yet. Yeah, you're gonna take it as long as you get. Before we clog up, yeah, it's like this pandemic's all over. Yeah, every bag out on the road, and it's slow like a rover. Yeah, you're sitting rolling over. Yeah, you got it, you're just waiting for people to clear the road. Gotta get back to the flow, I gotta go in, drive it till I get to the sun.
Everything you do, it builds you up to this moment. It's up to you, can you live with it? You can't get away from you, no, no. You can't get away from you. Get away from you. Can't get away from you. You can't get away from you.
Woo! Can we just write another song? Yeah. So I love that song right there because you can't get away from you no matter what in life. Life is going to hit you left and right. You can't get away from yourself. And even no matter how good things get, you can't get away from you. At any point in life, you need to be comfortable in your skin. And that song I'm glad we played. Guys, I found the worst performing show, I think, song ever. 34 views. I think I just gave it to you. Ready? 34 views on a really cool tune. Someone on TikTok said to me, hey, Mark, can you write a song about being a plowman or like plowing? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And this is what I did live in the moment. You're a snowplow driver running the road. You got it, buddy. Share this one, guys. It's a great tune.
It's cold outside tonight. The snow's been coming down all day. People going inside lighting fires. I'm out, get myself all bundled up. Yeah, gotta go out and get in the truck. Got 557 driveways to plow tonight. Get my dog, jump in the truck, going out, get myself a cigar, light it up. Got about 2 hours on it. You know we go and do a job, gonna go and get the clear pathway for the family, waking up at 5 a.m. Gotta go to work, you know that's on me. Oh, I know it's a crazy thing. Everyone's sleeping. I'm out here, I'm shoveling, out plowing, doing my thing. Yeah, every winter I relish it. I can't wait to get behind the wheel and go all night long while I'm watching all that snow that's falling down on me everywhere I go. Driveways that need a plowing. There's the plowman blues, yeah. It's the plowman blues, yeah. It's the plowman blues. Jump out on this one, yeah. The pathway is not clear. I can't do it with my plow. No, I'm doing it by hand, yes. We go above and beyond here to get the job done. Yeah, someone's gotta do it. 'Cause this guy's getting up at 5 a.m. to go. Don't know, but we gotta get out and go. 55, 56, 57, all round and done. I'm going home now. Gonna rest my head till tomorrow. Got another storm coming. When the cloud goes, yeah, the sun goes down. Yeah, I'm on again, yeah. He's talking about the brown eyes, yeah. Me and my dog out on the road plowing. No, I'm feeling hopeful. No, first time in a long time, winter time, yeah. There's the plowman blues, yeah. It's the plowman blues, yeah. It's the plowman blues. Just freaking wrote a song about plowing.
Hurry to Kohl's now for gear too great to pass up. Get Nike
I don't
shoes,
want to go to
Adidas
Kohl's
activewear
now
for $45
gear. I'm not into the gear from Kohl's situation. Hold on a minute. Better. So, you gotta throw a pick. Every once in a while, we're doing it here. You know, we're throwing the pick. We're getting into it. So I thought I would play something. I'm not sure. Is my buddy Mark still here? I did want to play him something specific. But, gosh almighty, guys, we have so many ridiculous songs here. Just recent even, too, where the LGBTQ song was so good. Someone asked me to write a song about LGBTQ. You know, I think people try to troll. Like, this has 88 views. The whole freaking LGBT community should be listening to this song, like, on replay. Like, it baffles me that we can't get the LGBTQ to listen to this song. Oh, there he is. Okay, Mark's still here. Quickly, I'm going to play him this. He'll actually dig this. This is something out of respect for people that are expressing themselves by being themselves and being with who they want. It was because someone asked me to do this on TikTok. Check this out. I'm going to jam along with it. Moonlight. Moonlight said, do a song about the LGBT community. We're living in a jaded world. We're looking for a little compassion, some civil action. People wake up and they got a perception in mind. Gotta open your mind, 'cause about time you see the world for what it's like. Give people a platform to stand on, say how they feel, do what they want. They can love whoever makes them smile. That's what makes me smile, and I'm here to see you smile. The LGBTQ, you say you gotta have some respect for what people got their heart out there, showing how they feel, trying to find someone who feels the same way you make it life. Hey, we're here, we should have the same opportunity to come to the gold, the moments that make us all feel whole, yeah. So give your love for LGBTQ. Oh, you gotta say it's about expressing yourself in 21, 22, yeah. Going forward, gotta put it on the line. So if you got a problem with someone seeking your mind, if you got a problem with someone loving someone of the other kind, you gotta get away with your complaints. No one wants to hear a thing. It's 2021, yeah. Time for you to open up your mind. Sign of times, yeah. Time to rewind. LGBTQ, yeah, that's it. Gotta have love for everybody, yes you do. Just put out the fires, yeah, let's come together. Let's put out the fires, yeah, let's come together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoever makes you smile, I want you to be with. Whoever makes you feel loved, that's who you should love. Yeah, yeah. Double pick. Double pick throw situation. Jamming over the jam. I love jamming over the jam. So if you didn't give that a like, that is a song that needs to be shared. You're right. I mean, it's funky, it's cool, and it's for a community of people that's always looking for, to be appreciated and to have their fair moment in the light. We're giving it. There it is. I wrote you a beaut. I wrote you a friggin' beaut. You show me another singer-songwriter who would chance writing a song about the LGBT community live in the moment. 88 views. Madness. For that one. All right. We got to put on my buddy's song. So this is Mark's request. My buddy Mark, only 108 views in this. I'm going through how many views we have for each of these songs because these songs are sick. And they only have limited views. 108 million views? That makes sense. 108,000 views? Okay. But 108 views? That's the link, guys. Do something with this one right here because this is on my album number 8, I believe. Or 9, I'm not sure. So it's one of my albums. It's called Run Like an Antelope. Add some beat seat. And now they're on your trail. You got to keep going. Run like an antelope. You run like an antelope. You run like an antelope. Can't catch him, no. He's so fast. He goes to the goal. The cloud, you can't see him now. You can't even hear a sound. All right, guys, so I have to put something on here. We could probably play a bunch of Beatles if we wanted, if you guys wanted me to play a couple covers right now, but I have to play this one real quick because this song right here, let me just put it on, okay? And then we'll have a conversation after, but just check this out. This is some insanity here. I mean, I really feel like, let me just you hear that riff right there from the top. But check this out. This song right here was written on the 999th day in a row of my show, and it's called 1,000 Days of Truth. And just take a listen to these lyrics. They're all at the bottom of the screen, but more importantly, listen to this freaking vibe. Check this out. Everything in my mind's eye. I can feel you as you wander by. People wonder why you are creeping around. You going to wait outside till the sunlight exposes you. You can't hide under the light. You keep saying you can protect me, but you know you can't. You think you're just like the Facce route, but you got people dying every day you do. You say, well, you can run back 'cause you got a better chance of dying. Yeah, but you were lying. Yeah, there's no benefit at all. No, you said we're all gonna fall no matter what we do. You get to buy your weapon, get to buy your weapon. There ain't no lesson. Oh, what's happening if you get the CV? No. So, no matter where you go, you're gonna run into trouble, you know. Oh, they try to slow you down at the yield. Yeah, they try to slow you down at the stop sign, but it doesn't get you to slow down. When you reach for the stars, you can land on the moon. Gotta go, 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 go. You gotta go, 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 go. Oh man, another fire tune, guys.
However,
another fire tune. Ha! Raven watched at 1.5 speed. I heard that before from Giggles. Giggles likes to listen to my stuff, sometimes the comedy stuff too, in 1.5 speed. Check this out, guys. This one right here. Woo-wee. I don't even know. We're doing it. Check this out. This is a tune
give me a
called
topic,
Truth or Dare. I think
Give me
this
some
was
words.
all Modoc.
Dang power charge.
Yep. Give that a like too. This is all Modoc's inspiration.
Dang power charge. Dang power charge. Modoc. Rough stock. Modoc. Rough stock. Red. We're doing it again. Write another song in real time. It's what we do every night. 992 days in a row. I'll go forever, y'all. Gonna stop me, no, nothing. Yo, you think your negativity gonna get to me? No way. Oh, I'm gonna play every night, gonna play every day, yeah. I'm also on TikTok. If you gotta follow, check it out, yeah. Gonna go live every night. Wherever you want to get me live, I'm gonna go, yeah. Get into the flow, get into the flow. And you know, I never stop, no. Never stop, no. Write another song, real time here. Gonna write it out. Like a rap song, I don't know. Freestyling all night long. That's how I play. Don't need a pen, don't need a paper. No, gotta get this guitar. Gotta get my beat seat going. Doesn't it sound sweet? Sounds like a drummer behind me. No, it's just me kicking it with my feet. Check it out, a beat seat that rocks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the first drum for someone like me to put on a show all alone. Don't need nobody no more. I'm gonna play every night, gonna play every day, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna play every night, gonna play every day, yeah. Come over to YouTube and see. Day 992 in a row. Who's got the topic of the next song? This one was from Brother Modoc Rough Stock. 999. Yeah, I'm gonna make this right. Yeah, gonna take it up to the sky. Yeah, up to the atmosphere. Yeah, gonna see if we can make it. Yeah, gonna try to go past the melon barrel. Yeah, gonna see if we can make it. Gonna make it to outer space. Oh, we're gonna barrel to the Van Allen bell. Yeah, you got to test your base. You got to test your limits. Yeah, is there a firmament? We don't know. We don't know anything anymore anyway. Oh, they got us looking in every direction. It's all misdirection, and they don't want us to get our way into the way of them. They're just gonna put us down on the ground now. I hear the sound of the tractor going around. Gonna take us down, 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 down. I can't breathe no more. That's the plan, yeah. No, that's the plan, yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a crazy part, that crazy ending there, the Modoc Rough Stock crazy ending there, the I'll never be able to remember all I said there. It's crazy. 58 views on that one? Come on. I'm not even going to tell you how many views there are until after we watch. And then you can be like, what? Yeah, there were 58 views on that one. 58 views on that cool tune right there. Did we do I'll Be Here Forever? No, this one has nice amount of views. I'm going to tell you after, but this one has some decent views. So this one got caught up in a little bit of, someone saw it. All right, ready? So this one right here is called I'll Be Here Forever. And it could be the last song.
Do you know what I see here? I see every single house wasting money.
Button. That's what I see.
Just give me a topic, guys. Give me some
No,
words.
that's not the one. We just did
Dang
that one.
power charge.
We just did that one. This one right here, though. You guys want to get down? Friday night, get down. 11:11 and on the dot. Getting there in a second. Gonna go cause it's hot. Grab the microphone. Gonna get in the zone. Gonna rock out all night. On and on and on. I love that bass line, yo. Check that out.
Oh, I hear you calling. I hear you calling now. I hear you screaming. I hear you screaming out. Screaming out. You're looking for someone to save you. Someone to placate you. Tell you what you want to hear. More than, yeah, feeding me lies, yeah, telling me not to live from what's making me feel alive. There's no telling why, unless you start searching, unless you start digging deeper down the rabbit hole. No matter where you go, you deviate off the course, cause you can't get closer to the source. Yeah, they're pushing you down further down the way. You say, is this real? It can't be, no way. And you start questioning everything you see. I'll be here forever. It's the name of the game these days. Get the to question everything. You see, it's a misinformation game. It's a war, World War III. It's coming for you and me. We can't get away from the negativity. It's part of the disease. Yeah, they call it a virus. The virus is the media. Yeah, and what you're listening to is digging in at you. I hear you screaming, but no one is coming. I hear you calling, I hear you screaming. Oh yeah, but no one is coming. You see, people care about me. 2021, don't you see? No matter what you think you know nothing, yeah, 'cause they're holding everything in. Fake on the surface, yeah, I'm woke. Are you? I don't think you misspoke, yeah, you ain't nothing, yeah, like you can't figure out a thing. I'll be here forever. Yeah, I'll be here forever. Question everything they see, question everything they hear. Just build the fear, yeah, mongering all the way. Big tech just suppressing everything they see. You know I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna send another bomb at you, yeah. You can try to keep me down, but the people will let it out. I'll be here forever. You can't stop the Renaissance Man show. No, I'm gonna show. Every night we're gonna blow your negativity out, though, yo. I'll be here forever. They spin it round and round and round, keep us confused and go round, round and round. We can't see a thing, yeah, grabbing every direction, cause we're falling over dizzy from all the spinning they've been given. For our whole lives, we've been stuck in this perpetual course, and there's no stopping, no. But now we can see what's going on for the first time in forever, and they're getting scared. Yeah, they're shutting us down, but guess what? They can't keep us down forever, no, cause I'll be here forever. Stop the course, it's meant to come to fruition. No, I'll be here, I'll be here, yeah, I'll be here forever. I'll be here forever.
Oh my goodness. What a tune from, I don't even know when that was. I guess album 7 or 8. And just another powerful tune. I was just jamming out in the beat seat here in the background. I really enjoy rocking out on this thing when I'm just playing along with any music, but lots of tones. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear all the crazy stuff going on back here. I may have to show it to you. Just see.
Jojo was a man.
A bit faster, do you think?
A bit faster, maybe. You gonna do faster?
Where the hell is this thing?
Back to where you want.
The Beatles Get Back.
The Beatles Get Back by Menon. I'm gonna start doing those type of commercials, you know? Oh, I kind of dig this music. Hold on a minute.
She was just a girl out on her knees.
What? I'm kidding. Oh, goodness. We got this going over here. All right, I want to say hi. Let's see if we can get some... We got a buy Menon situation going on, right, Pamela? We did it. Let me scroll through quickly and see what we've got. Raven, how are ya? Trish kicking it with us. Kathleen Danford. Richard! I found Richard today, and we connected over on TikTok as well. I gotta tell you, TikTok has been disappointing to me. You know, I can't figure out TikTok either. You know, I don't know if maybe it's, if, like I said, I think that my phone number is linked to something. You know? I thinks that my phone number. So we have to try to get a new phone number. That's what we got to do. When we show up with a new phone number and people are like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you get that new number? I'm like, I'm just a different guy now. I'm Keith McMurchison. When I showed up as Keith McMurchison and everybody took notice, you know, they're like, oh, we need to get our wisdom from Keith McMurchison. That was a day. Yeah. That's true. Pamela said my number is linked to the truth. You're right. When they type my number and they're like, equals the truth. Shut it down. What's crazy about the Beat Seat, I'm just going to flash the website up here so you see it. But the crazy thing about the Beat Seat is literally everywhere you hit it sounds different. So I could kick it. That's my kick. I have one snare with my other foot. So I can just do that while I play my guitar. You know, it's usually what I'm doing because you can't play with my hands while I'm playing the guitar. But when you have your hands, this is all just just playing the one front piece and the sides. Just wait till I start breaking in. Okay, so that's just the very front panel, right? So if you just want to get down like that, you can, right? But what if you start working in the side panels? Like, for example, I could bring this right hand to the side over here. It's kind of like a tom-tom, right? Look what happens when I move it around this side. I'm doing it. Got a Beat Seat. Rock and roll, rock and roll. Who says that anymore anyway? Is rock and roll even alive anymore? Like, what's going on? I don't know what we got anymore. We got WAP. You didn't get WAP'd? Oh, I got a WAParoo. You did? Ugh. It depends what's attached to that WAP. Is it a clean WAP? No, it's disgusting gutter trash WAP. No, thank you. Not interested in, like, you know, Planned Parenthood WAP. No, sorry. We're not good with a couple of STDs WAP, you know. You got a bunch of STDs on that WAP? I'm not taking it, you know. Like, I'm not interested in that WAParoo, you know. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne. No, Joanne. We just became friends. I can't, you know. Unbelievable. I'm dealing with a Joanne situation, guys, you know. And when you're doing it, you're doing it. No, I can't do that. Richard and I just became friends. I can't ask him that. He will not be like it. It may offend. I don't want to offend Richard by asking.
Can you guys deal with it anymore? The noise? She's obnoxious, right? Fine. God almighty. Wheezing it out. Richard, I'm sorry to ask, because this is her. This is dealing with a Joanne situation. But we were listening. I was checking it out. We're doing it, right? We were listening to the show. And I start getting pestered from Joanne. And she just wanted to know, like, is Chad single? Like, is there a chance, you know? She's like sitting back, she goes, I really like Chad. And I was like, I think Chad's probably good, you know? Like, I don't think Chad's got room for Joanne, you know, literally. But outside of the literal side, like, I don't think he's interested in a Joanne Soros situation. Chad's probably good, you know? But she won't stop, Richard. She won't stop. And I just figure I got to throw it out there, you know? Just got to throw it out there and see, like, you know, is there a chance for her at all? Like, is Chad good? Like, he's single? Joanne, he's super single. Does he got a quadruple heart situation going on too? Then together they're like, you know, they got a puzzle piece situation going on. You know, like sometimes you're looking for that corner piece. It's got that weird angle to it. You're like, where the hell is it? That's Joanne. Joanne's the corner piece, you know, in every puzzle. Joanne's the corner piece. The one that got stuck under the comforter. You're like, where did it go? Oh, it's under this cushion. Somehow it got stuffed in the side, you know, the angle where they designed it to come together. It's in there. I don't know how we got that. Joanne, Chad's single. We're doing it. You know, this is the thing. Like, you get a buddy, right? And you're creating like a love match. You know what I mean? Like our number twos getting together. This is the stuff I'm proud of, you know, as a creator. Bringing love to the surface. Cupid situation. We're doing a Cupid. You know, that's what happens when you're opening up your heart, you know. She has no problem. The heart is ridiculously massive. So, like, easy to open it up to the world, you know. But I'm thrilled for you, Joanne. Now you got like a potential. We've been wondering what to do with her, Richard. I'm like, I don't know. You know, she's back there wheezing it up. She's been talking about Chad nonstop. Like, it's all I freaking hear about from her, you know? Like, I wonder what Chad's doing right now. Like, really? Again? Like, you just asked me that 4 minutes ago. He's probably sitting at home thinking about you, Joanne. I joked with her. She's like, really? Really? No, not really. I'm like that guy in the commercial. No, not really. Joanne, she didn't like it when I did that. Well, I don't like that you're still here in the studio, Joanne. Maybe you'll get rescued by Chad. He'll take you away into like a desert island where you guys, the two of you, can consume all of the food there you need to eat to keep that, you know, that energy level up because of the heart. I get it. I get it. Maybe Chad can go out there with a spear and just do like a, you know, like the silence. What is it called? I can't think of the good name at the moment. You know, when they're killing each other and it would have been great if I had that recollection of that book from when I was a kid, when they're out there in the middle of the friggin' woods killing each other on the beach. What was that called again, guys? Help me out on that one. It would have been great to reference that. No, Joanne, I know you don't know either. Because if I don't know, you don't know. Right? You know, sometimes, you know, you're doing it. And Joanne's like, oh, I can help. You can't freaking help on that one. All right? I thought I had it. I lost it. I was there. And then I wasn't. Deliverance situation, maybe. Maybe you were doing a deliverance, Joanne? You and Chad, you're doing a deliverance situation on the beach. You got like you're chasing the guy. You want to kill the human and do cannibalistic stuff. I mean, you got to, you know, with the heart. I get it. But bringing Chad into your, you know, cannibalism, that's kind of much. I think that's when we got to throw by Richard and make sure Lord of the Fly situation. When we were doing a Lord of the Flies situation, Joanne, and you're there and you're like, well, let's just take the small one and just skewer him. And let's get a little food for the next day and a half. I'll make jerky. She's in the back going, I'll make jerky. No, Joanne, that's on your hands. The blood is on your hands. Out there on the island for two, where you found somehow you had these little Aborigine people running around the island and you're skewering them, you know, one by one, like little hot dogs. They're small, very small people, you know. I get it. Again, you got an appetite and a ridiculously massive heart. Guys, by the way, GoFundMe. You could GoFundMe a Joanne situation if you want to support
Joanne's massive heart, it's www.gofundme.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man Show's massively ridiculous heart that needs to be excised and replaced with a megalodon heart ASAP by Menon. And if you leave the last S off for savings, you're doing it, you know. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, you and Chad can chat offline. I've had enough. She's like, oh, tell Chad I'm thinking about him. I get it. You dig him. It's cool. You know, he's cool. You're like, when you got a cool dude like Chad, and then all of a sudden you're thinking about him 24/7 doing this. She's back there doing that, Richard. Like, what are we talking about with Joanne Soros, you know? One of these days, we'll figure her out, you know? Maybe it's, Joanne and Chad, they were doing it in the tree, you know? F-U-C-K, no, I can't say that. I-N-G, you know what I'm saying? They're doing it, though. They're creating a Soros future, you know? Like, you have to have a next generation, you know? The Chad Soros fortune comes together. They're doing it. He learns all about his father-in-law and the role as Jabba the Soros, doing the Senator Palpatine, no makeup, how he just was able to step into the role and just get into it, typecast situation. And, you know, Chad learns and the whole family history. And Joanne also, you know, she's thrilled. She's thrilled to have a beau, you know. No, not Beau Bridges. No. A beau is a common term, Joanne, for like a boyfriend, you know, or like a sweetie pie, you know. She goes, I don't want Beau Bridges. No, Beau Bridges, I think is a little over the hill at this point. He's probably got I don't think he's out there in the field still looking for a Joanne Soros situation. I know. Look, it's one of those things that we're dealing with here. On the surface, we're dealing with it. Yeah, Beau from Dukes of Hazzard as well when he was doing it. Richard's asking about the. This is a special guitar. I got this on the road. This and another guitar. I got a Martin guitar and I got this guitar from one guy on the road. I think I was in Minnesota at the time, and he was hard up for cash. And as a musician, you don't really ever have cash, but this dude was like getting rid of the stuff. I think I paid like I want to say like $1,300 for both guitars, and maybe it was a little more. I always gravitate to $1,300, but it wasn't a lot of money, and they both have crazy necks. But this one is a Les Paul, and it says custom shop underneath is what this section is right here. Let's see if we can bring it close enough. Yeah, there you go. So it's a Gibson custom shop model, and then I put my guitar synthesizer in here so I can do cool stuff like. That's what we had that church tune the other day. We should write a church tune for Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ark. All right. This thing is really one of my favorite. The craziest thing about this. So this guitar I got this in 2004. 2004, and I didn't ever play it. When I got this, the reason I didn't play it is the strings were literally against the neck. I thought the neck was like done. I was like, this thing's toast. I got to put a new neck on it because the strings are right up against, like, really. I couldn't even play it. It was like everything was making. It was making like it wouldn't even make noise. Like the notes were all crunchy. So I put it away in a case for 15 years. And then, what was it, 6 months ago, guys? I'm doing Batmark versus Supermark, and the cape turned and knocked my Gibson ES-165, which is my Herb Ellis jazz guitar. I've always loved that thing. I never played an electric guitar. I always played a jazz guitar, which is semi-electric, but it doesn't have the, That thing breaks. The headstock, it's over there. I could show you guys. The headstock freaking breaks. And yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was the truss rod, and it was also this down here. I, for some reason, thought this, buddy, was like, because I never played electric before. I always played acoustic, and then I played that one jazz guitar. But I thought this here, this bridge thing or whatever it is at the bottom was set and you couldn't move it. But the reality was all I had to do was loosen these pegs and it went higher. I moved this higher and we were ready to roll. I brought it to one guy at Guitar Center. He's like, you did a decent job, and he cleaned it up the rest of the way. It needs to go back right now though because I'm getting a lot of... something real quick. Can I play a cover for somebody? Anything you'd like to hear? Richard, give me a song you'd like to hear. Is that all I have to do is bring that tunematic up? That's what this thing is, right? This one or this one? I'm not sure, but I'm going to do that because I think it just needs to be up a little bit more. I like the action. I just have to see if I can get something shaved down or whatever. Paul's always on here asking me to play Dave Matthews. And I typically will do that, but I'll play if I know a song. I could do, let's see, like stuff I can know. Basically, if I know it, I will be able to play it. If I don't, like we were doing some Counting Crows recently, some U2, DMB, Tom Petty. What else was there? I mean, I guess if you say something, I can give it a shot regardless and see if there's a chance I could play it. But... yeah, thanks, brother. I love this thing. Do you play too? Long December. Ooh, okay, let me see what I can do. We'll do a little Counting Crows action. Now, we started doing Anna... was it Anna Returns? Is that what it's called, guys? Or Anna Begins? And I had a part of it sounding really nice, but I just don't remember all these songs. Long December, I think I may remember enough to play. Let's see. Good thing is we could pull these chords up. It's really awesome on... I use a site called eChords because I don't know anything about the guitar. So I can't actually read music. My wife is a classically trained piano player. I don't know anything about the guitar. I just hear things and find them. Okay, Long December. Let's see if I can see what this is. Trying to hear it in my head. That one I think I may have trouble. I may have to listen to that one and play it for you next time I see you on. I'll listen to that one and see if I can play it for you next time. Let me play a different Counting Crows tune, just see if it's like Anna Begins. That was what we started playing. Let's see. Let's see if we could at least do this one. Get a little, you know what's crazy of these vibes? Like this whole Long December album, I think it was called, right? What's the name of the album? No, Films About Ghosts. Is this the one? 2004. No. Their first album was in the 90s. It reminds me of high school, and I specifically remember that tune. This song was fire.
A friend shows me so nothing.
How's it go again?
I'm not worried. I am not overly concerned. A friend implores me for one time only. Make an exception. I am not worried.
I don't know that one either. Hold on, let's think about this again. That's not the one we were playing that I can really get into. It wasn't Anna Begins, was it? It was... Let me go into one I could actually play here. The crazy thing is because I don't listen to other songs, it's like I'm going off of memory on a lot of this stuff. Mr. Jones, Omaha. That one we could do. Okay, this one I remember enough to do a version. Hopefully this one's okay.
Starting the old man down, running past the heather and down to the old road. Start turning the grain to the ground.
This is a secondary beat there. First of all. All right, now we're ready.
Start tearing the old man down, running to the best, down to the old road. Start turning the grain into the ground, roll a new leaf over. There in the middle of the night, there's an old man treading around with gathered rain. Mister, you're gonna walk on water. Won't you stop a line my way on the heart? Somewhere in the middle of America, get right to the heart of matters. It's the heart that matters more. Oh, I think you better turn your ticket in. Get your money back at the door.
Where's the rest of it? That's it? I don't know why. This only shows one verse, I guess. All right, that's not enough for us to play a full song because there's only one verse there. Thanks for giving me one verse here on Chord Guy or whatever the freak it's called. E chords. Situation. There's got to be one more song we can do here from this album. Mr. Jones in it? We're Mr. Jones in it. Round Here. That was the one we were talking about, guys. Why can't you do Around Here situation? We're trying it. Richard, I'm trying to do it. A little around here. This was 2004? This says that the album was 2004. I swear I remember this album being out in the 90s. Just about the front door like a ghost into the fall. Notices. There's like a riff to it too. Just about the front door like a ghost into a fall. No one notices. How do I not remember this? And in between and you, the angels. No. Let me just play the chords and listen to this freaking thing in my head because I can't.
Out the door like a ghost into a fog where no one notices the contrast, white on white. And in between the moon and you, angels get up out of you, crumbling difference between wrong and right. I walk in the air between the rain and through myself and back again. Where I don't know. Maria says she's dying. Through the door I hear her crying. Why? I don't know. Round here, always stand up straight. Round here, something radiates. Maria came from Nashville with a suitcase in her hand. She said she'd like to meet a boy who looks like Elvis. She walks along the edge where the ocean meets the land, just while she's walking on a wild circuit. She parks her car outside of my house and takes her clothes off. She says she's close to understanding Jesus. She says she's more than just a little misunderstood. She has trouble acting normal when she's nervous around here. She's carving out our names around here. We all look the same. Around here we talk just like lions, yet we sacrifice like lambs. Around here, slipping through my hands.
This is the part I don't know. Oh, sleeping children sweat like the wind out of the lightning. Something like that. Oh, mama, little baby, gonna get yourself up. I don't know how it goes. Out of the lightning.
She says only in my head. She says, shh, I know it's only in my head. The girl in the street in the parking lot says, man, you try and take a shot. Can't you see my walls are crumbling?
That's not how it goes.
The girl in the street in the parking lot says, man, you should try and take a shot. Can't you see my walls are crumbling?
I can't remember up yours.
She looks up at the building, then she's thinking of jumping. She's tired of life. She must be tired of something around here. She's always on my mind. Around here, I've got lots of time. Around here we talk like lions, we sacrifice like lambs. Around here, slipping through my
You know what this reminded me of? Tell me if you like this one already, Richard. All right, so there's something I realized a little while back that I didn't know at first. Jim Croce. You know, I don't. It's funny. I had a bunch of people back in the day that said they that their vibe was similar because I do a lot of finger style playing. Jim Croce never really listened to much of his music. I knew he's like the bad something, right? Bad Judy Brown. Bad Leroy Brown. But I got something kind of cool here. Someone along the way said, "Can you play Nirvana?" And I didn't realize that I could because I never tried before. But then I started playing Nirvana, and I really like playing Nirvana. And I started thinking to myself, you know, why not try to do it like Kurt? So, being a celebrity impressionist, that's one of the things I like to do is sing like singers sometimes, just for the fun of it. Is this the right version? Like, I haven't played this in a while. Let me see if this is right. There's a version I played. I need to see it in order to know which one I'm playing. I haven't played this in a while, but there's a version or two of it on my playlist because I used to play it. I just don't know which one I played. Come on. That's what it is. If I can't find the original version that I used to play, I'm going to have to make it up. This is totally not the right. So not it. I guess I can't play that one because I don't remember it now, and these aren't the right chords. That's really weird. And it looks like the one I was playing they took down for copyright reasons. Unless it's hidden again and I missed it. Let me just try one more time here because I really like this song. And I don't want to have to play you the one I have on recorded. It's pretty good, but I wanted to sing it right now. Yeah, this is all different than I remember. All right, here we go. Is this it? No. What the hell? What is this? I'm D? I'm not gonna even bother. There's another song that they do that I can play. I think. Maybe not. Now I'm not even sure anymore. All right, we're gonna do something else that I know I can play. One last tuneroo here. Because we're well into a 2-hour and 34-minute show. It's almost midnight. I got on early tonight to try to finish the show before midnight. And this is a song by a band called DMB, Dave Matthews Band from, I guess, late 90s. I used to love this song. I didn't know it was possible to play because there's so much going on when you listen to the actual track. But it's very simple, actually. They just did a really good job with production. I think the guy's name was John Alagia, their producer. This is another one of those sort of kind of sounding it, making it sound as close to the original as possible, but cleaner, if possible. If possible. It's on, but it sounds weird.
I swear by now I'm playing time against my troubles. I'm coming slow, but speed. stand while I'm in the front of a plane times then the difficulty is coming here. I will go in this way, and I'll find my own way out. I won't tell you to stay, but I'm standing too much more. All I want is to go, come back. But what if they came down crossing? Remember when I used to play for all the loneliness that nobody notices? I'm begging slow, I'm growing.
Crazy notes.
I'm coming, bouncing back into in your head. Please, I wouldn't pass this by. I wouldn't take anymore. One sort of man goes by. I will bring water. Won't you ever be glad it melts into wonder? And I came and praying for you. Why won't you run into the rain and play? Let the tears splash all over you.
Phone died. What happens when you don't plug it in after going live on TikTokaroo? Doing it, right? So I guess a couple of tunes. Burn yourself out, 2 hours, 40 minutes and doing it. I'm not sure if that was any good, Richard. I did my best with it. Play a couple of oldies and goodies. Try to bring them to life, you know. Doing something. But I do want to say no apologies. Is that what it is? Or all apologies? You're right. I'm not sure which one it is. Ooh, Richard. That's a great one, Richard. You came up with Hootie Blowfish. What's it called again? Let It Cry. Let Her Cry? Let me see if I got to go back and find that again. Let Her Cry. Let me find that because that is a great song. And I think my voice has got a Hootie vibe to it sometimes. We could do a Hootie vibe on Let Her Cry. Let her fall from the rear. Did the sun come back tomorrow? Let her fall. Let her breathe? Let it breathe. Is it? No, Let Her Cry. That's what it was. You were right. First time. Why does Hootie the Blowfish have a different guy in the face? It's like it doesn't look like Hootie. That was a different thing. Let Her Cry. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Sits alone by the lamppost, trying to find thoughts escaped minds. Sits alone by the lamppost, trying to find thoughts escaped minds. She says Dad's the one I love the most, but she strips none far behind. She never lets me in, only tells me where she's been. She's had too much to drink. I say that I don't care, I just run my hands through dark hair. Pray to God you're gonna help me fly away. I don't know how it goes. And just let her cry. Like it's gotta be like a straight up 4/4, right? Like a so let her cry. If the tears start down on this, let her sing. If it eases all the pain, let her go. Walk right down on me, and if the sun comes down tomorrow, let it be. Oh, let it be. Okay, we got it. Let's go back to the top. One time through, and this is what we do. We have to do it one time through, then we try it out the second time. She sits alone on a lamppost, trying to find a thought to escape mine. She says Dad's the one I love the most, but strips none far behind. She never lets me in, only tell me where she been when she's had too much to drink. Say that I don't care, I just freaking A. I wish I could see this. It just seems to scroll too slow. What are we doing? She sits alone by the lamppost, trying to find a thought that's escaped her mind. She says Dad's the one I love the most, sure it's not far behind. She never lets me in, only tell me where she been when she's had too much to drink. I say that I don't care, just run my head through a dark hair, and then I pray to God you're gonna help me fly away. Just let her cry. The tears fall down like rain, let her say. If this is all the pain, let her go. Walk right out on me. If the sun comes up tomorrow, let her be. Oh, let her be. They don't put the chords, the chords don't carry along with it. C, G, D, C, G. Right? 2 hours and 48 minutes in. G, D, C, D. Whatever. G, D, G, D. That's it right there. This morning I woke up all alone. Found nobody for. She maybe might come back someday. I don't freaking know what I'm doing. I'm trying it though. Sometimes it works out, other times it's crap on a stick, you know, and you're doing it. You're doing it. And then a hootie came down and was like buggada boo. Yeah. I'm telling you, this guy is not Hootie. They have a picture of a guy, he's like some surfer dude with long blonde hair. You're not Hootie. That's racism right there. Discrimination. You couldn't put a picture of Hootie up there. Just saying. And the scary thing is I only know one song.
that one song that Richard asked for. It's like, it's the only Hootie song I know. I don't know any other Hootie songs. It's kind of sad because he's a cool dude. But that's the only song I can think back and be like, oh yeah, I remember a Hootie tune. Hootie. We have to always remember to do Casey. I can't believe I don't do Casey every time I play a cover. Like, what am I thinking? We got to play one more cover just so I can do Casey. We can't not do Casey in the middle of doing covers. You know what I mean? So let me try one more here that I can think of that I know I've done before. Oh, you know what I think is a great tune? This was done by Eric Clapton. I did an 80s night. I mean, we've been doing so much crazy stuff over all this time, but at one point I did like choose the decade and I'll play a bunch of covers. And one time we got to 80s and I was going through like songs that I'd be ready to play some 80s tunes. And I saw that Eric Clapton did All of Me in the 80s and got a Grammy. And I was like, that's a cool tune. I like that tune, you know? So I thought to myself, maybe what I'll do is play that tune one night. And then I started loving this tune. Like, this song is killer. It's like a 20s tune that I play in a weird way. But usually I play it on the acoustic, which is better. Wow, they cut off the whole intro. I'll do it myself. All of me. All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I am no good without you? Take my lips, I don't wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so I now take all of me. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How could I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart, yeah. So why not take all of me? Your goodbyes that left me with eyes that grab you. How can I go on without you? Oh, you took the void, yeah, that once was my heart, yeah. So why not take all of me? Yeah, I said, why not take all of me? I say, why not take all? One more time. I said, why not take all? tune. Or was it Gershwin? Something like that? That tune's killer. So I don't, typically play a lot of covers, but I do like playing covers, obviously. Ooh, Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. You got that? Is that Sexual Chocolate? We're doing a Sexual Chocolate situation with Eddie Murphy kicking it. Thank you, Richard, for obliging me. Let me play some covers for you. And I really am very, very happy that we can connect and be buds. I really think this world is such a better place when, especially creators who are creative, can get together and enjoy the fact that, different programs can inspire us to do great things, but also to come together in a cool way. And I think at the end of it, like, comedy is weird because I know it's subjective, but funny is funny. And I think, like, when people who have a good sense of humor see anything, they're just kind of like, they can laugh, and just get into it. And that's the beautiful thing about comedy is it's a distraction. That's why I always said, like, what was weird to me about religion is they missed the biggest part of us. The connecting is comedy. Like, if you think of with religion, they had music, they had like this coming together, you have music and you have like prayer. Okay. So you have the inspiration and you have the family aspect and you've got the music, but where's the comedy? Where's the comic relief in order to tie it all together? You don't have that. So it's like, it was always missing, it was always missing was comedy, but every comedian has that like juice, that thing that can bring people together. And like, if religion was able to bring that into it, they could really tie some gaps that we've been trying to figure out, I totally get it, bud. I totally get it. Yeah, everybody's doing their thing, but a good, clean comedy is difficult. That's true. I do agree with you. What I'm doing here is a little bit more challenging because it's easy to throw out an F-bomb in order to get a reaction. And believe me, I thought about that very early on. I was like, maybe I got to just go no holds barred and just let this thing be like uncensored, unfiltered, everything that comes out. But then I just made a decision one day because of the kids. I was like, I don't want them coming across this content one day and be like, what the hell, Dad had talked like that? Like, I don't want that for my kids. I'd rather them say, you know what? Yeah, he was funny. He said freak a lot and friggin', but that's the gist of it. I mean, there is a couple of episodes of the Facce show where I was like, I was literally Andrew Dice Clay. And everything, except it's funny. I watched it recently and I was like, it was funny. There's some great content there. Like, you guys don't know how Dick Facce developed originally, but the concept behind Facce was pretty simple. I'll even throw it down so you understand it.
I'll tell you I'm worried about in the 2020
This is what my intro
It's that Dick Facce. Have you heard about him? He's going to be fantastic. Yep, bingo. You told me about him, didn't you? I have to thank you.
If Michelle's not running, I'm voting for Dick Facce.
So when I did Dick Facce's show, that was my intro because he was a political thing. He was going to be going up against Trump and up against Biden in the election last year or 2 years ago. So that's how Facce started. And I came out with the wig and everything. But when we got here with Sonny the Fists, with his ridiculously stupid fists next to me, this is basically what how Facce developed this way. Okay. Facce came out for the first couple weeks saying this: hold on a minute. My name is Dick Facce. I'm here. I'm at my table. Basically, the gist, I talk about my journey and how I became Dick Facce, and I was in Barcelona doing a news story for the Olympics, all right? Hold on a minute. I'm there, right? Barcelona. I'm doing it. I'm out there sidelines. Oh, look, he's running really fast. Oh, Facce, you're a genius, right? Sonny was there helping. And they're like, oh, Facce, you go downtown, off time. You go Barcelona, and you go walk around the streets, grab yourself some frickin' tchotchkes, right? Okay, I'm doing it. Hold on. I bring Sonny the Fist to carry all my goods, right? I'm there. Some lady, she goes, oh, excuse me, say, can you give me directions to the Mikado? Hold on a minute. Did you get a permit to talk to the Facce? Did you talk
to the embassy and get a visa to have a conversation with Dick Facce? No, you didn't. You can't. You can't talk to Facce. It's illegal. It's a sacred territory right here with the Facce. I'm here. My mother kicked me out of the friggin' womb. I'm in the womb, right? I'm playing like friggin' Jenga. My mother kicks me out.
I got to go back and figure out how it all laid out, but literally the bit of Facce, how Facce developed in the first place was his mother kicked him out of the womb. And he just was pissed. Mother comes over for Christmas with like a turkey.
Oh, Facce, I came to see the kids. Oh, thanks, Ma. Thanks for the turkey. Enjoy the snowstorm. On your way home, ugly bugger a day. I'm here. Uggage.
Yeah, Richard, you know what? I saw Dice at MSG in 99, I want to say. Jim Norton opened up for him, and I was a fan of both of them. Obviously, Dice I've always been a huge fan of. But when I went to see him, I was like nosebleed seats, did like a Bob Uecker situation, and it was just great to be able to go see Dice. Now, he comes around here all the time, and I miss him every time he comes around. I'd love to see him like close up, you know, and just have a chance to chat with him.
Hold on. Hey, Dice. I'm here. I'm with this filthy animal. And she's like, oh, Dice, why do you want to do me that way? Oh, because you're not appealing to me. Hold on. What are we talking?
Oh, man, Dice was awesome, especially in his prime. That's why I always wondered, like, here's my thought. I'm like, okay, Dice, if Dice went a whole different way and he just decided to be a clean version of himself, he would be killing it. Because it's his character is what's hilarious. It's not the fact that he's disparaging women. It's his character and his give an F attitude. So we take that over to Dick Facce here and we're like, hold on, no, man, not. Sonny! You know, we bring all the Dice stuff in where Dice always would... He'd do all this like thing. He's like,
I'm with this filthy animal. She's like, oh, Dice. Okay, Gino, thanks for the express. Yeesh.
And that's interesting, but my Dice moved away from Dice to Dick Facce, where Facce's more scratchy voiced than Dice was. But it's good when you work on a character and they just get stronger, you know? Because Dice, I always had a good Dice, but I like Facce. I like what I do with Facce. This show reminds me of something I did once. I was in a car with my brother for his bachelor party. My friend Mark was here for that, actually. Yeah, he was, Richard, you're right. My buddy Mark that was here earlier, he was at that bachelor party that night. And the entire night we were in a limo, and I just did impressions the whole time. And they were like, okay, now, dude, Dice. And then I did 20 minutes of Dice. It was crazy stuff, just like this free flow, just like the show is every day. And the stuff, I wish I had filmed that night. I was like, if I filmed that night and released that night, like it was the funniest stand-up I'd ever done in my life. Now I feel like I've done a lot of, you know, crazy stuff here live on this show, but I remember specifically how powerful that night was. I was so on. Every impression was dead on. I was doing Christopher Walken. I was doing everybody down the line. Walken, I remember, and Dice were the two big ones. My brother Matt was a huge Dice fan. So he's like, do more Dice. And I was just improvising as Dice. Oh, you filthy animal. But whatever it was, I wasn't doing Dice's material. I was just, like we do here, just improvising as Dice. It was crazy stuff. Scarface was another big one for them. They liked that. But that reminded me, I told my brother once, I was like, you know, you should really tune in sometimes to see what I do, because it's what I did in the limousine that night for your bachelor party. It's like just nuts, off the wall. There's no script. It takes place, and you never know if it will, but yeah. Totally. You know, I also have to do is, I have like the, I used to wear it. We obviously have Doppler's hairdo right here, but I used to have I got to find it. I have a Christopher Walken hairdo, which I use for Facce, and wear one of my hats. Got a cigar. There's a cigar. I haven't done this in so long, but I literally have a cigar here somewhere, and I got a cigar, I got the hat, and I got the facial hair. I got a big goatee that comes down over here, which is right now. Oh, here it is. When I put this puppy on, this is Facce. Oh, hold on a minute. And you got this with this. Bang, biggity boo. You can't see it right now, but you know what I mean. Maybe tomorrow or one of these days I'll get Facce back into his full form. It's actually, the difference here is I have a gray mustache. That's where Facce's, he's an old man. Facce's an old man. That's the thing that we lose too. Like even when I did Supermark and Batmark, I didn't dress up as Facce, so it's just me as me. It would have been so much better if I put all this stuff on when I did that. But all this stuff happens so quick and in the moment. Like I didn't have a plan of doing a movie. We just started, I got a Superman outfit because I wanted to always make this commercial for real estate of me flying, because I had a drone. I was the first drone guy. So I was like, I want to do this thing where I'm there as Superman. I'm like, I take off and then the drone is flying. And then you see me coming down. There's a family going like this. Hi, Supermark. And I come in and I'm like, I heard you need to sell your home. And it's just like some cheesy real estate commercial I always wanted to do. And I finally bought a Superman outfit 15 years after I had the idea. And we shot it. And then right after we finished shooting it, I'm like, we got to do a movie with this. Like, I can't just leave this thing in a box. As soon as we filmed a couple things with Supermark, I realized I needed to buy a Batman outfit. And then all of a sudden we had a movie, you know. But doing a green screen thing and building scenes like that 3-piece scene where I go, I think it was Supermark first, then Batmark, and then Dick Facce. All three characters are in there on the same screen. That's a tough thing to do. Richard knows, especially because when you're creating with multiple pieces, like, and interacting with yourself, it was kind of crazy. Like we did the same thing for the elevator, the fart in the elevator. And that to me is probably one of the best things I did because it was the first idea I ever had comedically that I never did anything with. I just was like, oh, that would be funny if someone did that. And I just never did anything with it until, what was it, April of this last year? I just finally took it to the, and made it reality. I was like, okay, why am I not shooting this thing that I thought of it when I was 19 years old? This is it right here. Check this out. I'm going to put it on real quick. This right here is an example of what I thought of when I was 19 coming to life. In fact, there's a better way of setting this up. You want to see in 2006, my original clip? Check this out. This is even better. In 2006, I went and played Gettysburg College, and I filmed this. I dropped this in 2009, I believe. Let me see when I originally dropped this. Does it say? I think it will, right? I originally released this in 2009. Wow. Okay, so I did release this in 2009, but it's from 2006, or even sooner. And let me put this on. This is the intro to my idea. So you can hear I actually had the idea a long time ago, and then we actually did it now, this past year.
This little steel drum action. I'm trying to find this there it is, xylophone. Ready? Might be a little too loud. There's a long delay on that though. We can work something on that. And then it's always like one of those old drug commercials. It's like, and then Roger came into the room with hash. Hey Bobby, do you want to try this hash? What's that all about? It's really cool, dude. What's that noise in the background? Seriously, you should check it out. My mom's out back. Always call your parents first. I've been coming up with little things I've been thinking about lately. I've been doing magic. I've been doing these, like sometimes I levitated once. It was a true story. And then someone was like, wow, that's really cool. Jesus was able to walk on water. I said, I know, I've heard stories, So I started thinking about it, and I'm a true believer in the one called the Christ, but I just was thinking about the whole walking on water thing, and I know what really happened. It's a sandbar. Right? He was in charge of the ship that night. Everybody else is asleep. And he hits the sandbar, he gets out to move the friggin' boat, and they're like, dude, look at Jesus, he's walking on water. And of course, come on, Jesus is like a ham. He loved it. He was like, yeah, guys, check it out, I'm walking on water. It's late at night, you can't see that there's sand in the water 3 inches down. And Jesus walking on water, they're in the middle of the ocean. Sandbars are everywhere, let me tell you. So that's my theory, I don't know if it's true or not. It just looks really cool, looks like it's a really friendly area. I gotta say, because I come from like 20 minutes to a half hour outside of New York City, the coldest place on the planet, let me tell you, seriously. You know what my favorite thing to do is when I go on elevators in New York City, because you know, have anybody here been in New York City on an elevator? Okay, a couple people have. You know how like awkward it gets on there, because nobody says anything. It's always like this melting pot, it's people from all over the world in this elevator at one time. Everybody's looking at the wall, nobody says a thing. So what I like to do is I have one of my buddies with me usually, he's in one corner, I'm in the other. And I'll do the fake fart. You guys ever done this? You ever done this? You're just sitting there and it's completely quiet and you just go.
That's the idea I had originally. And you hear it coming to life 2006. And I'm going to show you how I actually completed it. But look here, Richard, this is it. You can see. No good. Yeah. So what kind of sucks is this thing's shot. Now look at I want to point something out. Look at the, do you see the grain on this guitar right here? Oh yeah, I still have it, but it's totally shot. I got to try to fix the neck. I'd love to, I think I'm just going to try to put some wood glue on it and then like clamp it and leave it for like 2 weeks and see if it does it. I doubt that's going to work. I think it's broken for good. But I talked to the CEO of Gibson, and he was like, we could fix it. That was the side story I was going to tell you. So we, this right here, if you see right here, this snare of my, my beat seat, first of all, this is my personal beat seat. I built this for myself to match my teak guitar. This is a teak, fully teak beat seat. And it's totally stunning. But this right here is my snare. If you can get a good look at this, and you should be able to. You see that grain there? That is the same grain right there as this. Well, actually, this one's different because this is a curly maple. This one here, though. This is the same exact grain. So, 2019, June of 2019, we went down to Nashville for Summer NAMM. Summer NAMM is like the biggest music conference, or NAMM is the biggest music conference. All the new musical instruments show up. You get a chance to try things out. Gibson's there, Martin's there. And while we were there, conversation starts with the CEO of Gibson. And, bottom line was the conversation was like, look, this is the first drum for singer-songwriters. We'd love for Gibson to be in business with us and do like the Gibson beat seat. And the guy was like, oh, totally, but like the guys, this is 2019, we're in 2022 right now. But what did develop from it is we built a relationship with him. And on Christmas of that following year, I was in touch with their guitar luthier, their master luthier. His name is Jim DeCola. And as a gift to JC, his name is, he's the CEO of Gibson, I built him a beat seat. And they sent me all of their wood. So they're like, we want you to build a beat seat for JC, the CEO of Gibson. I'm building him a freaking beat seat. And so they're like, we want you to build him a beat seat, but we want to use hardwood, not plywood. I build them all out of plywood because they need to be durable and on the road, hot, cold. You don't want them just to fluctuate wood, but they wanted out of real mahogany and real flamed maple. And so I said, look, you send me the wood, I'll build it for you. So Jim was amazing. He goes, look, I sent you enough to maybe build 2. So send one back for us for JC. And then, hopefully you're able to use the wood. So the moment I sent his back, the next day I sent him a photo and I go, look, I made my own. He goes, I knew you wouldn't let that wood go to waste. I'll show you that one too, because I've got a full maple and mahogany beat seat, all Gibson wood, upstairs. It's a smaller model. It's a little different. I changed the model size after, and now it's all one specific size. But we had a singer-songwriter model and a drummer model. Now it's just one model. But that one is the most beautiful wood. It's mahogany and flame maple. Let me see. I still have the smallest piece left. This is Gibson wood right here. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but this is being finished. This is flame maple, and look how thick this wood is. I don't know if you could see how close, but like typically I'm getting 1/4 inch. This is like well thicker than 1/4, you know, or it's a actual 1/4 inch flame maple. Typically you're getting like a tiny little bit of a veneer. This is about an 1/8 inch of veneer. So you could sand this freaking thing down super, super smooth. And so I did that with that one beat seat. And now with this one I have as my main model with the teak. Now I have enough to make 1 or 2 more snares down the line if I decide to make myself an extra beat seat. I've got 2 more pieces of Gibson wood I can use. So it's kind of the coolest thing I've ever done with the beat seat, besides her. Her is the artist that I built a beat seat for right before the pandemic. And she's still playing it, I think. I don't know. But she won a couple Grammys this past year. And she has a beat seat. Pretty cool stuff. If you go to our beatseat.rocks website, you'll see... In fact, let me see if I can show it to you.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Peacemaker?
No.
I thought you were in prison for life. I work for the government.
Post office?
Let's see, did that work? I think I may have put 2 extras. Let me show you. Oh, yeah, it worked. So this is her. And if you guys know who her is, she's a world-class musician. I just built these. This is a pretty cool story for anybody who has special needs, you know, anybody who's has a lot of anxiety, dealing with cancer recovery. But we built this for a special needs hospital in Connecticut. And this was, there's a really great company called the Umbrella Club. And this is most of their colors. It's a lot of like building blocks colors here, but they ordered a junior and an adult model for the hospital, for the children's hospital. So now an adult can play with the kids. We actually already have one with them that they picked, that they ordered last year. But this one came from the Umbrella Club. So now I made this new thing called the Beat Seat Duo deal. So if you have a kid and you want to play music with your son or your daughter, you can get a duo. You save $50. You get 2 models, and you can get it like that. You can get it natural, or you can get it with like a sunburst finish like this. You can have it finished like this, which is my favorite. I actually have... Welcome to beatseat.rocks. I know that guy. So that's basically the beat seat right here, but you have a few different models that you could choose from, and that's the main model, this model, or this, and they're all the same price. So pretty cool stuff. At the end of the day, it's something that I wanted to make sure I didn't have someone else bring to the market. And I'm like, I invented that and someone else did it. So I have the patent. It's cool. I don't know if it will ever be big like it should. I mean, anybody who plays music should have a beat seat because it is the most inspirational piece of musical equipment I've ever owned. More inspirational than my guitar. The guitar is the music. The beat seat is the core. Without the beat seat, I don't have 156 songs last year. You know, most of the songs only occurred because there's a beat that drove me through. So it's like crazy. Yeah, I've been painting those. I do all of it. I build them and then I do the finish myself. Kind of like picked everything up along the way. They're so much fun, Richard. I mean, seriously, especially it sounds like you play too, because you know all about it, you know, Herb Ellis and all that. It really is the most amazing thing in the world to play. And everybody who owns one says the same thing. Like even Anna has one, Christine Seidman has one, Tom Tom Murphy has one. There's a handful of people out there that currently from the family here that have beat seats. And whenever I'm Jacqueline Grace, and whenever I'm playing, they're playing along also, which is freaking awesome. Just like jamming out. I want to have a Zoom where we're all on a beat seat freaking rocking out. But the thing I love about it is it's like having another musician in the room. Richard will get this because he plays. Whenever you play with another musician, like they amp you up, they bring your level up. That's what a beat seat does. It's insane. Just the kick. This kick right here. When I hear that while I'm playing my guitar, woo, the room shakes. It's that beat, that deep. Like there's a cajon. A cajon has no bass compared to when you hear a beat seat. It's crazy. And the cool thing is this is a perfect seat too. Like there's never been a seat for guitarists. There's never a seat. Like I used to tour, I'm on some weird bar stool, or like my feet are like weird in some, you know what I mean? So there's a sound port in the back, and you could just plug in a mic through the back. Now I picked this up on Amazon. It's a plug-in, like a 1/4 inch, and the mic goes into the beat seat. I have not tried it yet to see if the quality is good. I use a Beta 91A inside my beat seat, and it sounds like that snare sounds amazing. The kick sounds amazing. I think if anything, I would get like another mic and do 2 mics inside, or maybe this one, and then so I have two different sources. But just plugging a mic in through the back is phenomenal. It really does so much. Like I've got so many ideas for where it could go. It'd be so amazing just to be like, there's another thing in the back called a grab and go bar. It's literally a, I guess, 1.25 inch dowel, and you just stick your hand and grab it and go. Like you don't have to grab it by it's not an awkward thing to carry. It's the easiest thing in the world is to carry a beat seat because of the way the grab and go bar is in the inside. Yeah. So this right here is definitely something. The 7B, so the 7B, I'm probably getting a tiny bit, but not much. I think this is, everything's coming from that Beta 91, and that's a killer, like a boundary mic where it's flat. And I think it's not really typically used for cajons, and this is basically a cajon on steroids is what we jokingly bill it as. But a couple other people like, Thierry Arpino said that he's like, the low end on this thing is I've never heard a drum with this type of low end. And I know that's what drives me through. Like you hear this crazy stuff. Like, I don't even know what all this is here, but. But when you could actually hear a boom, 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 like that's a real bass on a kick. That's something I created 2 days ago. I still have to release. But yeah, these things don't exist without a beat seat. Listen to this. You have. Today is a new day. But all these things don't exist without a beat seat. Sounds like a drummer. You know, it's like you got a drummer behind me. Whatever I do should be okay with you. I can't wait to release this one. Whatever I do should be okay with you. Whatever I do should be okay with you. Whatever I do should be okay with you. No matter what you say, I don't care. You do you, I'll do me. I say let's go down in 2022 with history. Yeah, the books are reading the way they're reading. Yeah, everybody's bleeding from the eyes. Yeah, cause you've been feeding us lies over and over. Yeah, okay with you. Whatever I do, whatever you do. Whatever I do should be okay with you. But really think about this. Having that there opens up the concept, the possibility of freaking freestyling over the top. You know what I mean? It's so much fun. Yes. So yeah, so you have freaking awesome. So you have left and right kick snare, and I'm lefty, so I get kick from my left side, right for my snare. And then if you happen to be in the middle below the D, you got. So you got basically. What's crazy about this is you got. Let's see. Let me just get.
Calvin has this really cool Batman Lego set. Mercari makes it extreme.
Okay, so just so you can see this. So this is your center snare. So if you're not playing your guitar and you're just looping like I'm doing on some of these things, you'd be like, yeah, you got a rim shot, exactly. What's crazy is you got all these side sounds. So then you have under here, there's another. Yes, exactly. So you got a set of snares in the front here and one over on the side, which sounds amazing no matter where you hit it. So you got. Crazy because whenever I've played a cajon, and no matter what cajon, you can find the best cajon in the world, there's two tones, kick and snare. You get like, and it's not even that, it's like, that's a cajon right there, guys. Everybody's like, yeah. Yeah, guys, look, I got a cajon. That guy's good on his cajon. Let's try that again. Song I wrote, like to sing note for note. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. The land said the rent is late. You may have to litigate. Oh, don't worry, be happy. Oh, don't worry, be happy now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Larry says the ending late. May have to litigate. Don't worry. Be happy. Whoa, don't worry, be happy now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Be happy. Whoa, whoa. I will do whoa, whoa. I don't know. Boom. It's the beat seat. Yeah, it totally is. It's so crazy because people don't realize it until they realize it. And even me, if I didn't invent this thing, the only reason I invented it is a solution to a problem. Like I went to sit down after this dude he was like, okay, I was playing with Jose Feliciano's drummer. We're doing a monthly show, and a week before the show, or like 4 or 5 days before the show, he's like, I can't make the show. Jose's got a gig. And I'm like, you're going to play with Jose Feliciano instead of me? Of course he is. And so he bails on me, and he goes to play with Jose. And I'm left with one choice. Do I sit there and just play my guitar after I had this dude on a cajon next to me? He was playing a cajon. It sounded awesome. And I said, no, I'm going to go and I'm going to build a cajon. Built myself a cajon. I realized right away, these things aren't designed for guitarists. Things underneath me. I got to like kick it backwards or something. And right when I started realizing I'd have to kick it backwards, I saw, well, I really need something that I can kick sideways. And I saw the beat seat. I was like, what about something like a horse that comes through my legs instead of underneath me? So I could access it with my feet. I could even smack it with my hands while I play my guitar. I thought at first I didn't even think about my second foot. I was like, I'll get a kick. And then every once in a while I'll be like strumming. I'll be like... And after, I don't know, a while, it was a place that my first music store, I brought these to sell them. The guy who's running the store said, you ever thought about putting snare wire into your beat seat? And I was like, what do you mean? Because I was getting some sound to it without anything. It was just like, it was getting some little bit of snare, high end, low end. It sounded cool, but it was dry. He goes, you got to see how a cajon's laid out. I looked in the inside of a cajon. I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. And instead of doing one, I have 2 snares. We have 4 playable panels. We have unlimited tones and the perfect seat. I can sit here and play my guitar without kicking it, Oh, I know, right? Oh, that's so funny. So the MIDI drum, okay, so my first invention in my head was a guitar that had a bunch of pads on it. So while I'm playing, I could just smack and boom, 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 boom. I drew it out. I designed it. It's in one of my books here in 1997. Somebody came out with it in 2015, 2016. So that's, again, my theory that if you think of something, somebody will come out with it at some point. That's in a book. I got about 8 inventions I came up with back in the 90s. One of them was a TV that had a computer in it. It would be like a Mac in the TV, and you'd be able to do anything. You'd be able to search online, but it's a TV that had it. So instead of being your regular TV, I was creating a smart TV back in 1997. I drew it out. It's all there, everything. I had 4 HDMI cables, and it'd have like a hard drive and 2 terabytes of hard drive space, and it had like a 4 gigahertz processor. I thought of a smart TV. I didn't call it that, though. I don't know what the hell I called it. I should find that book. This isn't it. It was the very last page on one of my books. I remember that because I saw it recently and I was like, what the frig? I remember I wrote out all these notes, detailed notes about what I would do, how I'd create it. And I never did a thing about it. Yeah, I think the good thing about this, people don't even realize, drummers don't realize this. You go to a club and you bring all your crap. You got cymbals, bring a few cymbals and a beat seat. You got a full drum kit right there. And Thierry Arpino is the one who said that. He's like, I need to bring a lot of stuff. I just bring the beat seat. I sit on the beat seat. I had all kinds of percussion. I had a couple of people that made their beat seat their throne. So now they got drums, plus they got percussion all at once and the perfect seat while they play. So there's lots of potential with the beat seat. The question is, how do you utilize it in your own playing style? Because it's literally set up for all musicians. Like we joke, we're like, do we call it the drum for singer-songwriters? No, because it's a drum for all solo artists. If you're even a piano player, you could benefit from rocking out on that piano and be like, that was the other one I thought about. What about a trumpet player? Just chilling with his trumpet. That sounds cool, but what about... Right? You got a beat seat playing riffs down the street corner, making a killing. So it's really for anybody who's, basically doing their thing, just trying to create a different type of sound. It's really the most differentiation that you could ever afford yourself live. You get in front of a crowd and you're doing a lot of stuff for one person. Now, don't think like you get it and day one you're doing it. It takes time. Like it took me a good year in order to play most of my songs. Like a good year, Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, it's like it's another instrument. Like every instrument takes time to master, and like this one took me time to master for sure. I mean, now I'm here, I guess we'd say 9-10 years in, 10 to 11 years after inventing it. And, you know, I'm easily the one who plays it the most on the planet and has created the most on it so far. I'm hoping to see other people create with one. You know, so I get to hear, oh, a new album came out. Someone created an album using a beat seat. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be the coolest thing in the world. You know, in 30 years, everybody on the planet should have a beat seat, whether they are a musician or not. If they're dealing with some sort of anxiety, they should be able to smack the friggin' hell out of that beat seat and get back to their day, you know? Oh, man, I can't believe how long I kept this show going. It's because Richard came and rocking it out for Richard. Brother, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here for the little jam out tonight. The sesharoo. And I'm really pumped that Joanne and Chad may have a little something going. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, like, optimistically speaking, she's desperate, you know? Oh, man, no, this is so cool. Listen, I appreciate you, brother, and hopefully I'll see you. I'm going to try to work on that Long December song for you next time I see you, so I'll have a chance to play it. I haven't listened to it probably since that high school, you know, listening to that album in high school. Sid, you rock, brother. I appreciate you guys. Remember, we will be back tomorrow for day 1,118 in a row. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do it all over again. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that, and I mean, honestly, I try to play along. I try to, I really do. I thought that was the goal, like, is to try to play along. So, like, especially that night, I'm like, I'll let whatever's said go and I'll just, you know, echo it. Oh yeah. Oh really? Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. Oh no. That makes sense. Because I know, I don't know how to obviously, to me, nothing like that really, it's not offensive. I get it. You know, to me, it's just, I am in my own lane doing my own thing. So, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm glad that we can be buds. And guys, remember, tomorrow we will be back for more. Kat, you rock. Pamela, you rock. Richard, you rock. And anybody else that's out there doing it. A little lurky Lou situation. I love you. And I will see you tomorrow. Xenotropic. Truth in it. That's what we do, is we drop some Xenotropic truth on the Renaissance Man Show every day. No, Joanne. Richard and I are doing a little offline thing. Connecting you and Chad. Leave it out. Gosh, you won't even let me do an outro. Richard, wait over there, you know? Anyway, guys, till tomorrow when we do it all over again, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Until tomorrow, fam and friends. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go away. Until tomorrow when we do it all over again. No, Joanne, stop it! Already, I'm over it.